move away from Michigan and head back to where it all began. Welcome to Daytona for the Coke Zero Sugar 400. It may be the middle of the night, but this is where it all gets decided, because this is the penultimate race in this year's playoff. Let's head down trackside for the Invocation.
To shake and bake. And on the days where it's hard to get up out of bed, help us to remember those famous and faithful words. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. For your glory, by your grace. In Jesus' name I pray, and all of God's children said, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome worship leader from Hope City Church in Mount Dora, Sarah Homan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Green flag for the Cup Series is just around the corner. We'll get the engines fired here in Daytona next on NBC Sports.
This is where it all began then.
The NASCAR Cup Series is taking the green
of the year. This is where we always have to fold back to. Welcome to Daytona. Alongside me in the commentary box is our usual commentary team, Jack and Josh and JT, coming to you. We're all set for what's going to be an absolute cracking weekend. We can't wait to get started. I don't think the drivers can either, because there's always something special about racing at Daytona, no matter what it is. Daytona 500 or the Coca-Cola.
Hello everyone, welcome, and well, it may be half midnight over here, but it doesn't matter what time it is. Whenever there's NASCAR and whenever it's at Daytona, I'm never in bed.
I'm with you on that as well. And Jack's with us in the comms box for the first time here at Daytona as well, as I just get my stats sheets organised up here. Jack, welcome back to Daytona. And this is going to be an interesting race as well. Usually, playoff final race. This time, penultimate race. And it's Michael McDowell who's somehow come back, as he always does on super speedways. He's come back to the front of the field and taken pole.
Yes, absolutely. Front row finally living up to their name with a front row lockout. Todd Gilliland in his best ever start, I think. I think he could be a contender for the win today.
Yeah, Todd Gilliland's lining up second on the grid as well. Joey Logano, who had pole position in the Daytona 500 at the start of the year, he lines up third on the grid. Really bad qualifying as well for those at the front of the championship, though. And Denny Hamlin as well, not having the best. He starts 19th on row 10 alongside Harrison Burton. Super Speedways, JT, always saw different results. And here at Daytona, we're in for a classic night.
Yeah, absolutely. We are in for a classic night, and well, this is one of the broadcasts where I have to talk into two mics because one's NASCAR, one's IndyCar.
Yes, yeah, because we've got the session coming up soon. Did you make the YouTube channel for that, by the way, or have I forgot?
The stream?
Yes.
I am literally just doing it now, and I was literally just about to ask you in Manager's channel, do you want to call it final practice or third practice?
Call it final practice. That'd make more sense.
That's what I was going to
yeah.
go for.
Thought it'd make more sense as well. Anyway, let's head back to NBC as we get ready for the command to be given. And if you're watching,
Closing in on the command
mind,
to
let's go
fire
back to
the
later.
engines here in Daytona. Before we do that, let's check in with Dave Burns.
Marty, let's talk about another couple of drivers to keep an eye on here, including Kyle Busch. A couple of things on the line here tonight. A playoff berth with 2 races remaining. He cannot point his way into the playoffs in 2024. Also a 19-year winning streak. At least 1 win in the last 19 years for Kyle. He starts 11th. Crew Chief Randall Burnett tells me that this is the best combination of RCR and Kyle Busch. These tracks and this driver. Tim?
Well, Dave, Ty Gibbs is running a paint scheme promoting the new movie Reagan, where Dennis Quaid plays Ronald Reagan. Now, Quaid made a visit to the Joe Gibbs Racing Shop a couple of weeks ago. He took a tour of the campus and went to pit crew practice. The team told me they tried to get him to pit the car, and he said, nope, not at 70 years old. So he drove the car for pit stop practice instead. Tomorrow, Ty will attend the Nashville premiere of the movie. And remember, the real Ronald Reagan was in attendance for the 1984 July race at Daytona, where Richard Petty won his 200th and final NASCAR Cup Series race. Partner, 40 years later, this team is hoping to put Reagan in victory lane again.
Right, Kim, and for the William Byron, the 24 team, he comes in here as the reigning Daytona 500 champion. I spoke to his crew chief, Rudy Fugel. I said, what's the feeling, what's the emotion of coming back here after accomplishing that? He said, when I got on the plane and thought about going back to Daytona as Daytona 500 champions, I almost had a sense of ease. I felt like, you know what, this might be a fun way to go race at Daytona. They have a lot at stake here as they try to get higher up in the points as we rumble into the playoffs to go and after that championship for the 2014. But Rudy Fugel told me this could be one of the more fun nights they've ever had at Daytona, Marty.
So, Jimmy, you're an owner and a driver, so here's a test your morals question.
Okay.
If you're Denny Hamlin tonight, do you push the car that you own with Bubba Wallace or your teammate, Ty Gibbs, to the win? Because both of them need a win to make sure they're in the playoffs.
What a predicament that Denny would find himself in that situation. But, man, I think I would prefer making MJ happy over Coach in that situation.
Especially since MJ's in the house, right?
Yes, he is here and live in person, so I think I'd make MJ happy if I'm him.
So, DJ, the opportunities for Austin Dillon are tonight here in Daytona, next Sunday in Darlington. But honestly, to the point was Dave was making a moment ago, does RCR and Austin Dillon view tonight as their shot to make the playoffs?
This is their chance. He's won here before. He knows exactly how to position himself late in these races.
And as DJ mentioned a moment ago, his teammate Kyle Busch, according to DraftKings, is the favorite this evening. One of 2 shots left to lock up a spot in the playoffs. Let's get the engines fired here in Daytona.
Daytona! This is a moment you have been waiting for. Please welcome the Petty family. Richard, Kyle, Richie, Timmy, and Mark.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
I am standing down at turn 4 here at Daytona International Speedway, and we know this racetrack is known for its pack style racing, but what you might not know is what those drivers are thinking about while they're in that pack. Every one of them, every single lap is thinking about that move they're going to make out of this corner to get them towards the start-finish line. They're plotting, testing, scheming, trying to figure out the best move possible to put themselves in position to go after a win at the World Center Racing and to rush from here to that start-finish line. We'll see who does it best when we get going after the break.
Absolutely, and this is what I wanted to say. If you're watching over in America as well via NBC or Peacock, delighted to say that you can now enjoy the whole race, all, and I really do mean all 160 laps. You can enjoy green flag. All green flag laps will be shown. There'll be box. And to prove it, I have today's running order from NBC, and the amount of double box it has during commercial breaks is unbelievable. It really is really great. And I think, JT, it's the way forward to do this. And let's hope that IndyCar go as well. Green flag, every lap green, you're going to see tonight on everything. It's going to be fantastic. And the amount of double box is fantastic. I also see that we might be off air half an hour earlier than anything because we've got victory lap and post-checker commercial and then a quick run around. So we might be done here by about 3:30 a.m. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I have no idea what schedule you're looking at, Josh, because the broadcast is scheduled to go until 5 a.m.
I'm going to cry now.
So you may be looking at 3:30 GMT, 4:30 BST. But we will see when we get there in around 3 or 4 hours time. Yeah, we are getting ready. I have quickly done my pick a winner. I had no idea who to go for, so I just went for Hamlin.
There's no point in me going to bed today, is there? Just quick. There's no point in me going to bed, is there?
I was meant to go to sleep, but I didn't go to sleep.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy day, isn't it, Jack? What about you?
My pick a win. I've gone for a complete outsider here. I've gone for Justin Haley of Rick Ware Racing. He has won at this track a few times in the past, twice in the Xfinity Series, I think, and once in the Cup Series, although that was a rain short.
That could be quite interesting. Okay.
I think Rick Ware could be on course for their first win of the season. Or their career, actually.
Adam's already brought up a point we're going to bring up during the stages as well about Shane Van Gisbergen, and it's been announced at Trackhouse he's going full-time next year. Cars are leaving pit road. Let's get ready as we get off and start. Let's head back to NBC. And I'd like to welcome to the NBC family, Lee Diffie. Let's hear from him for the first time today.
Daytona Beach in the summertime is a great place to relax,
This
but
is
not
going
if
to
you're
be
an
weird
NASCAR
here
Cup
in
Series driver
Leeds
tonight.
NASCAR.
There is no room to rest as the playoffs are looming, and there's an opportunity to get one of the biggest wins of your career at the birthplace of this sport. NBC Sports welcomes you to the NASCAR Cup Series from Daytona, and it's the Coke Zero Sugar 400. And it's a lovely night too, weather-wise. As the cars start to roll off pit road, let's check out tonight's starting grid, brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. And what a special accomplishment last night here at the World Center of Racing for Front Row Motorsports in that team's history. It's the first time they've ever had a front row sweep. Continue to look at the grid. You'll see your favorite drivers as we get closer to a start. We kick things off with Dave Burns. Dave-O?
So, Lee, on the lower right of that first page, you see Chase Elliott. And when your last name is Elliott, there are high expectations. Chase has met just about all of them. Remember the championship back in 2020? You bet. Here at Daytona, he won in 2016 in the Xfinity Series, but he doesn't have that Cup win here at the World Center of Racing. Dad Bill, he's got 2 500s, and he's won this race twice. So Chase looking to win that race and up his chances to be the regular season champion after next weekend's race. Kim?
Well, Ryan Blaney starts in the 14th position and has the best average of all drivers on drafting tracks in the next-gen car, including 4 wins. So what's the goal for the defending champ here tonight? Crew Chief Jonathan Hassler told me they're trying something a little different this weekend than their other drafting races in an effort to learn and be better for Talladega in the playoffs, Parker.
Well, Kim, for Martin Truex Jr., who starts back in 17th, he has never won at a super speedway. Now in his final full-time season in the NASCAR Cup Series, I asked his team, what is it going to take? You've been so close before. They said, we've actually been working with him to make him more aggressive in the blocks that he's throwing to control the front of the field. They even added a rear view camera a couple months ago that he's using at a super speedway now to try and adjust to those huge blocks that get you and keep you up front, Marty.
Parker, over the last few years, the super speedway races have been much kinder to Alex Bowman. I asked him this afternoon, what's been the difference? He said, honestly, it's not being more aggressive. It's knowing when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. I've done a much better job of that, and we've avoided all the chaos. Can he avoid it tonight? That's the big question. Bowman is already in the playoffs, Diff, with a big win at Chicago. He'd love to add Daytona to that list tonight.
Yeah, he'd love to go one better than what he did in the Daytona 500 earlier this year in February, wouldn't he, Marty? Hi, folks. Lee Diffie along with Jeff Burton and Steve Letarte ready to go for this Coke Zero 400, and it's going to be a fun night. Jeff, when we think about super speedways, you always think about the speed. We're going to see 190 miles an hour here tonight. We think about the danger with 40 cars on track. As a driver, is that at the forefront of your mind, or you just got to switch that off and go into race mode, driver mode?
Well, first of all, you wake up this morning, you're excited. Excited, number one, because you can win at this racetrack, but you are also nervous because of these types of events. When you race here, you know you can be minding your own business, doing everything right, and things like this happen. Look at Ryan Preece flip through the infield. And if you race here long enough, you're going to be in these types of wrecks. It's just a great chance it's going to happen. The only way to win this race is to be aggressive. The only way to get stage points is to be aggressive. Of course, this is the result if you're too aggressive.
And the weight of those moments are on the shoulders of the crew chiefs. You want to prepare a car safe for your driver, but don't let the speed, the danger, and these spectacular accidents fool you. To be successful at Daytona, it's also about execution. From on top of the pit box, on pit road, fuel mileage, pit strategy. Winning here is so special because of the history, but also, Lee, because what it takes a total team effort.
It really does take a total team effort, and we're almost under starters' orders. Let's get our pick of winners in for this one as well. Jack, starting with you, who's going to win the Coke Zero Sugar 400?
I'm still sticking with Justin Haley. I think Rick Ware get their first win tonight. I've gone for a total outsider because Justin Haley has been making some real strides with that Rick Ware racing team. I think their first ever top 10 on a non-drafting track. So Justin Haley making some real strides with that team. I think he's got the win tonight.
JT, who have you got it for?
Well, if you remember a couple of minutes ago, I said Hamlin. Who I actually meant was Ryan Blaney.
Fair dues. I was wondering what you were going on there, to be fair. So they're coming down pit lane to test out once again. Let's check in with NBC and their NBC crew.
Would do, and you're going to mention the playoffs, but I'm going to mention the third stat down, 19 straight seasons with a win, Diff. I think that's more important for Kyle Busch than even making the playoffs. To be able to win 20 years in a row, he already holds the record. And it's been, what, 16 years since he's won at this racetrack. To do it back at the World Center of Racing would be just an unbelievable feat. And not to mention he's driving for RCR, who would love to get out of the news and a little bit of that shadow with Austin Dillon and get that second car win this year.
Steve mentioned playoffs, so let's get you up to speed and remind you of who is where. The drivers in yellow are locked in courtesy of their either one win or multiple wins. And then you look to the drivers around that red cut line and in white, and who is safer than others. And of course, we're going to be talking a lot about Ross Chastain and Bubba Wallace, one above, one below the line. This is a pressure cooker situation that will unfold here at the World Center of Racing.
It always is going to be so exciting. We're getting ready. Michael McDowell on pole position. Todd Gilliland starts in second. Joey Logano is ahead of Ryan Preece. And then we see Josh Berry, very high up for him, JT, starting fifth. But then again, he liked the Daytona Speedway. Remember the duels right at the start of the year? He really enjoys it.
Yeah, Josh Berry does enjoy this track, as a lot of other drivers do. Let's quickly go down to McDowell's team.
Let's do it.
Just keep calm, and you can do it as well. That's going to be the key factor. Michael McDowell said as well, I go well here. I was second on the road in Daytona. I can go one better tonight. I can win this race. It's going to take an awful amount of luck. This race has been known as many names over the years. The Pepsi 400. It's been known as well as the Daytona 400. Now it's more commonly known as the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Just as important as what we have in February at Daytona. Time to begin. Pace lights are out, JT. I'm going to watch Gilliland. Is on that high line coming into 1 and 2. The banking here is dangerous. Big chances of big ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, will we see the big one early, in the middle, or late in the race? And we will have to see. But the pace car is heading towards pit road.
You can hear the fans in the background. They are cheering. It's a sellout here in August, the penultimate race of the playoffs. It's time to really put the pedal down. It's the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. For the second time this year, we go green at Daytona. Great Great start from Michael McDowell. He's kept that low line. Pole sitter for the Daytona 500, Joey Logano, is following in behind. Gilliland with Ryan Preece on the high line as we enter turn 2. Good start from everyone, JT. They're not wanting to go too wide, but the super speedway packs are doing their magic as we head down the back straightaway out of 2.
Yep, still side by side going down, and no one looking to go 3 wide. Never mind, that's the car making the move on the high line, right up against the wall in the mid-pack, but it's still McDowell and Gilliland out front.
Look at Martin Truex Jr. as well, making his way slowly up. He's already up into 17th position as well, so getting up even more. But Jack, this is a good start. They've all remained in formation. Lap 1 complete, and it's Michael McDowell leading from Todd Gilliland second. Nobody made a move on that opening lap, by the way. Nobody. They've all stayed status quo.
I think they all just want a fuel save. Of course, half throttle fuel saving has been the method here at Daytona in these next-gen cars, and it looks like there's a third line forming as well. But I thought I'd also just briefly mention that these guys have already made it further than the Xfinity guys did caution-free yesterday night. They lasted till lap 1 last night, and there was a big pile-up that took several people out.
Gilliland's getting a little bit unsteady as well. McDowell, who's got the lead, has got Joey Logano directly behind him. Look at the 41 of Ryan Preece as well, just touching Gilliland. You're right there, Jack and JT. 3 lines now starting to appearing. The bottom, the middle, and the high line. Still 2 as we go, 5 rows deep. It's only Kyle Larson who's now starting to go 3 wide. Gilliland's starting to get a little bit racy as well as we head back. 35 laps in stage 1. It doesn't take that long here at Daytona. They get more and more as we go into the night. But as we come into turn 2, once again, McDowell leads. Gilliland just alongside him. And I don't like how pack racing we go here, JT, because often that does create big ones because the drivers start to get a little bit frustrated, then they start fuel saving. We've got a line coming in the middle as going up high is Austin Cindric losing out to the 9 over Chase Elliott, and now Kyle Larson's gone to the bottom as well. Gilliland starting to get a little bit racy, and dropping back is Ryan Preece in 4th, making it 3 wide after lane 2.
Yeah, the third line up the top is continuing to form and moving up to make it 3 wide at the front, as you say, as we head in towards turn 1 now, and look at that. It's still McDowell on the low line and Gilliland on the high line in front, but Austin Cindric still your lead car in the high 3rd lane.
I think it's Busch and then Blaney, and as you say, Cindric leading in the high lane.
Up.
Yeah, he's catching up. He's going to take it round the outside. They're only now 3 rows deep. They're about to go 3 wide all around. Look at Gilliland in the middle of the track as well. That's still in his 2nd position. Looks like he wants to try and create a high line, but with no one behind him to push him, he'll just fall right back. But never mind, because here comes Austin Cindric. He's now 2 rows back to the lead front as well as they come out of 1 and 2. And now only 2 rows have got this sort of still 2 by 2. Cindric getting a push. Is that from Keselowski? Yes, it is. Keselowski pushing him, and Kes is back in there as well on the high line, 3rd in class. It's Austin Dillon, who got disqualified from race victory a couple of races ago from the playoff. Cindric getting a big bump from Keselowski as they head down the backstretch as well. And now we are 3 wide across the entire run. Logano trying to force McDowell up front. McDowell, the clear leader, as we go 3 wide now for the entire 40-car field. What a start here at Daytona.
McDowell getting half a car length momentarily in the lead, but the other 2 lines are forming up. McDowell's got to be careful with his blocking, because we know what happened last time at Talladega when he was at the front of the field on the final lap.
Yeah,
on the Geico 500, which was USN, but then of course I had to do a sneaky record because I had the chance. Down the backstretch we go, and McDowell is doing aggressive defending already, and we're only 6 laps in.
Yeah, and Jack, that's going to allow Logano to hit the front.
And here goes Joey Logano on the inside. The question is, can he have enough momentum to get ahead of Michael McDowell? I think it's going to be a yes. We're going 3 wide at the moment throughout the track. It is just absolute chaos. And McDowell is going to go over the high. Logano almost kills Josh Berry there with the block. But McDowell, I think, will retake the lead. Berry briefly in the lead as well.
Yeah, Logano's going to drop back as well, so that is Josh Berry now inheriting lead. Look at Austin Cindric trying to fly everywhere. He's net third at the moment on the extreme high line. He's trying to go everywhere to get a position through. Hasn't worked out. Logano's coming back on the middle line as well. I believe Michael McDowell's moved up now from the bottom to the top, and he's getting a push from Austin Cindric as the two hit the front. Berry's still on that low line, and now the middle lane has got a massive gap. It's being filled with Brad Keselowski, but Logano is so far back, as is the 38 of Todd Gilliland. It's all getting crazy. It's two at the front, and then it's three wide further back, so it's Berry versus McDowell at the front. Cindric, Keselowski, and now coming up out of nowhere is Will Byron, Daytona 500 winner, has stormed his way back to the front as we cross the line to start lap 9 of this race. Berry is the leader. McDowell's dropped back, so Berry's got no one. He's out front on his own, and he's literally got no lane. He's bottom on top. He can defend like crazy, but he's got to filter back in. And now we're starting to see the field jumping around. The 34 nearly in the wall, getting pushed in by Keselowski and Byron.
Josh Berry goes up to the high line to block McDowell. Probably a smart move to stop him falling back. And that is the number 6 of Keselowski down on the low line, who takes the lead for now. But Josh Berry goes back down to the middle lane, then goes up to the high. McDowell getting a little bit loose, who is in between the two lanes. That could end badly.
Logano's back there too. He's dropped back, so they're all trying to find a drafting partner. It's not working out. Berry's got... Is that Byron or Berry in the lead into turn 1? I can't quite tell from the angle. It's Berry. And he's got Keselowski coming down low. Berry goes up high, got unsettled, takes the third lane, but no one's in the middle, and that's why Keselowski's having to come straight back up the track on the back straightaway to defend that top line from Berry. He'll get the push from McDowell. Logano's now left completely centreless, and that's why, again, Keselowski and Berry sort of getting away at the front. Coming down low is Josh Berry, but coming up on the inside, that Kyle Larson coming back into the mix as well. Yeah, he's pushing the back of Will Byron as we enter turn 4 again, back into the triangle section and across the line. It's anybody's guess who's got the race lead at the moment, as we're now officially 3 wide at the front with Logano coming back up, but he's lost out by the time we get to turn 1. And now Keselowski v Berry, and Berry leads through turn 1.
You can quote me, you can clip it with what I'm about to say. Michael McDowell will be the cause of the big one today at Daytona.
Yeah, well, if it keeps moving like that, it definitely will be. Logano getting a shove from Gilliland. Berry getting the shove as well from Byron. And Chris Bush has managed to move up as well. I think he's in the middle of... I think he's like 8th or 9th according to the running order. The timing screen's put him in 9th. Yeah, I thought so.
I don't think McDowell has learned from Talladega.
No, I don't think so either. They've gone split screen over in USA. Look at the timing monitors change. The entire leaders have changed as Keselowski has kept the front from Logano, McDowell, Berry, Gilliland. As we ride on board now, that's the 21 alongside in the middle of the track. That means...
I want to say that's either Hemrick or SVG because of the sponsor. Because I can see Celsius on there, and they're a calling sponsor.
So it could be SVG on that one. I think it's 21. It's either Corey LaJour or Eric Jones, but now it's changed around again. So it's John Hunter in there with SVG. Yes, it's SVG who we're on board with. They've sort of dropped back in the mix. We're now running 3 wide for around about 9 rows in this field. There's 40 cars entered here, as you can see on your timing tower, as we're on lap 11 of 35, 149 to go. The lights are starting to take over from the sunlight here at Daytona. Keselowski leads Logano, McDowell. That's the first row, and Logano has taken the lead at the front. Keselowski's dropped back in the middle, and now Josh Berry has come up from 5th to 2nd and is pushing the back of Logano as we head down the back stretch in towards turn 3. Logano's going defensive. Berry's cutting down low to try and take the lead of the race. Logano doesn't know where to go, sticks in the middle, and Berry hits the front with no support from either side. But he's got Michael McDowell coming from the high line to try and keep it through. 3 lanes deep here at Daytona. Loving this.
You see why I love this style of racing. I know it's a very controversial style and fairly dangerous, if I'm honest, but I just love the chaos that pack racing can bring, because you're just getting lead change after lead change, and still throughout the entire race anybody can win. And as you can see, William Byron, the Daytona 500 winner, going for the lead here, being pushed by his teammate Kyle Larson.
Lead changes at the moment, if I'm not
Here comes Logano up the middle being pushed by Kozlowski.
Berry still got it. Look at Cindric and then look at Larson pushing Byron as well. Trying to see how many lead changes we've had so far in this race. It's not telling me at the moment. Byron's going to get the lead from Berry. We had 41 lead changes here in February at the Daytona 500. I think we might have a little more tonight. They're being packy racing here. Look at this, side by side. This is fantastic. It's wacky races at Daytona. Pack racing galore.
I love that.
It really is. Speed racer. That's what we've got coming through. Byron's taking the lead.
I will say one thing. I think a few guys here are cutting each other some breaks here with some of the blocks they're pulling. And these breaks are the kind of things that definitely won't be given later in the race. Later in the race, you block late across someone's bumper, as Adrian Allmendinger found out last night. You will probably get turned for it.
Just quickly on the last 5 races we've had here, the February 22 race was finished at the line 0.036 of a second. In the August race, the 28th of October, 28th of August, American dates are always throwing me. That was 0.128 of a second. Then we had a caution for the 2023 Daytona 500. In the August race then, it was 0.098 of a second. And then Byron winning, of course, under caution. So the last 3 finishes under green here have been less than a 1/10.5 of a second victory margin. That's insane. Garnos.
Couple of cars starting to fall back at the back of the field. The 44 is currently 6.5 seconds behind the leader.
Still
4 seconds behind anyone else.
Now we're starting to see the front 4 as well start to get back to that single line, because Logano, McDowell, Kozlowski and Berry are now splitting the field up, and you can see the field is sort of starting to go, okay, do I want to go high lane or low lane? Do I follow in? Well, that's the question. Look at the playoff bubble. Truex, Gibbs, Buescher, Chastain in 16th. That's your cut-off bubble. Wallace, Busch, McDowell, Gilliland losing points lap after lap after lap. And now we can see Keselowski on the back of McDowell. And literally, it's like we're back in the Daytona 500. Logano leading McDowell and Keselowski up there, and Berry being the big surprise moving up the order. It's like we've gone back all the way to, it's like we've gone back, what, 25 weeks? Plus the 3? 30-odd weeks we've gone back since we started here. This is usually the end of the regular season, but because of the Olympic break, it's moved that to Darlington next week. So this is usually the regular season finale. This year, just the Coke Zero 400. Side by side still running 3 deep for around about 7 lanes. We enter the backstretch out of 2. The initial excitement has calmed down a little bit. We're just looking at Austin Cindric here, who won the 2022 Daytona 500. If your name's Austin, you do well here. Both 2022 races were won by Austin Cindric and Austin Dillon. Let's see if Austin Dillon can repeat that feat tonight and win a Coke Zero 400. As we come across the line, I think that's going to be Logano again hitting the front. Michael McDowell took the high line this time around and has dropped to 5th in class. He's battling with Byron and Buescher. As we enter the stretch, you can hear the wind change as well on the audio levels as they fly in. Out of 2. Down the backstretch again, Berry goes up high. Trying to take that line away from Logano.
Close.
Logano going everywhere, isn't he? Look at Todd Gilliland around the outside now, Jack, as well. He's going to take the lead.
Wide.
Oh, don't like
3
this.
wide for the lead. This is incredible stuff. Todd Gilliland, may I remind you, and Josh Berry both never won a Cup Series race. I think Todd Gilliland could be a surprise today, to be honest. He's been running really well throughout the season. Not well enough for a playoff. But him and McDowell both running fairly consistently throughout the year for front row.
They'll keep this running as long as they possibly can. They don't want to have a big one this early on in the stage. It's only lap 18, well, lap 19 now, 18 complete of this race. There's still 142 laps to go. They've got to be careful on this one. as they ride down. Now 141 to go. It's not often that my timing screen is behind the TV pictures, but that's the case that's happening today, so I'm enjoying that for a change as they come through. Look who's almost in the wall, though. Todd Gilliland taking a really high line.
Ooh.
Yeah, madness, isn't it?
Risky. Really risky from Todd Gilliland. Of course, Todd Gilliland got promoted from the Truck Series, you might remember, in 2022 from front row truck team. He's been doing all right down there. And he's been definitely a decent driver in the Cup Series since, of course, didn't win his Rookie of the Year class. That was Austin Cindric.
Still going to be attacking hard on the backstretch. Just taking Bob Potgrass's tweets about fuel. JT, you had more information about the fuel run here. We don't really know that much. They're all keeping it very hush-hush, aren't they?
Yeah, and of course, the go-to strategy is half throttle around here, as I am quickly going onto Twitter and finding what I had a look at. Radar looks good for now for the track. And fuel is around 45 to 50 if you are going half throttle, and that has got a couple of question marks on it as well. So I would say fuel service and refuel at stage break with a stop in the middle of stage 2.
They want to get to the end of stage 1. Say again?
Joey Gase has lost the draft for that 44 car.
Yeah, and that's going to drop him massively. Look at that, nothing in the centre of that track. It's absolutely ridiculous for Berry. And that's going to get swallowed up. Larson's on the outside as well. And that's Cindric as well. Yeah, front 5 move away. Single files. They come back into the triangle section here at the Daytona Motor Speedway. As they fly in again. Swinging down. And look at Logano too. Is Logano losing a bit of pace? I'd say it's the high line you need to be in at the moment. Low line using up more fuel and tyres.
Ben Snyder has noted what we've noted as well. I can't believe they haven't wrecked yet. The number of cars that finish will be in the single digits if this is how they race all night.
Yeah, well, this is what we have at Daytona, night racing and pack racing. It's fun stuff, and I'm honoured that we get to call 2 Daytona races this year, because there was a chance we might not be calling this one, and it would be USON's opportunity. It does, however, look like I will have absolutely no sleep whatsoever. So I'd like to thank NASCAR for putting on this race on a Saturday and not doing it on a Sunday, which means everyone could have slept today. Why do we need this race on a Saturday? Logano hits the front with Keselowski second, Blaney third, Berry fourth, Larson in the top 5 at the moment. It's a crazy race.
I would also like to thank NASCAR for having this on a Saturday and not a Sunday, because if it was on a Sunday, you wouldn't have me in the box.
All right, maybe that's the case, that it's good that you're here as well. We've got to keep a normal one. Look at Logano, half throttle, getting the bump from Blaney. He's getting a bump from Larson, and now it's still too wide, and Berry now centre of the track after the 3rd row down. So, again, more troubles are going to start coming from this if they're not careful. Logano takes that low line into the triangle. He takes the lead of this race. And he's got a 10th to Keselowski, but Keselowski's still coming up there on the outside line. Second ad break of the night. So that takes us... Oh, actually, not bad, actually, where we are now. Double box commercial.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it? 1 every 12 laps on average.
And it's side-by-side, box-box as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having a quick look at what Bob Podcast was saying there about Lee Diffie, complimenting him. He's having a wild time at the moment. We'll see if we can hear from him during the race as well and get some of his call. I'd like to hear a few laps of Lee's action. First lead of the day, though, for the 38 car, Todd Gilliland, who got a tap from the back of Michael McDowell, the 34. Todd's rear end looks a bit wiggly coming out of 4, but he's the leader. Keselowski coming down low to take second away from McDowell into turn 1. Gilliland's got the advantage at the front, though. He'll lead at the back of 2 and down the back straight away. But look at Logano, coming through, low line, going to come back from him. He's down in 7th at the moment. He's alongside Berry, who's just dropped back to now. He's alongside Byron and dropping back. He's now alongside Buescher and Chastain. So Logano's dropping like a stone. Look at that on the low line. Logano's lost about 6 places in this 1 lap alone. Definitely outside the top 10 now. This is not the way, Jack, is it, at the moment, as they continue to have the attack through?
Oh, but at the end of the day, with a race at Daytona, it is not about really where you start or end up. It is just purely on where you finish. Because these races can be absolute chaos. You do not want to be near the back, though, because if you're in the back, you're going to get caught in some wrecks, and there will be an inevitable big one, I'm sure.
The way they're racing here, they will be. Joey Gaze has dropped back as well in 40th position. Yeah, he's going to get lapped any second now by this pack. They are closing him in. Hand over fist. Look at Cindric taking that low line. Yeah, I was the same thing. He was going to chop off the side there of McDowell's ear. We know how that ends up. We've gone to too wide. That was close there from Cindric.
Austin, mate. Austin.
Well, he knows how to win round here. One, of course, is
here he goes.
Oh, hello. That's Cindric taking the lead. Where did that come from? Bumped up the middle of the track by Keselowski, and Cindric takes the lead. We're going to go 3 wide again now. I hope Cindric knows that Keselowski's there. Otherwise, they're all going to Constantine right down the back straight. They do know. Logano's come back, and that is Joey Gaze taking the white line. So he's got out of the way of everybody. Smart man there. Smart man, Joey. Swings and roundabouts. Cindric leads the way. Keselowski in the middle. 3 wide again, Jack, and about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows deep, and coming up is Josh Berry to take it 2 wide, and Berry leads again. Whew. I don't think my heart can take this, Jack.
That's what I think about every single time I watch a plate race. Like, if you think this is bad, what about Talladega?
Yeah, that's true. I was watching Talladega through my fingers. That race as well, it was chaotic stuff. Hello, JT. You started IndyCar.
Don't you just love when IndyCar, you time it absolutely perfectly to the intro of the IndyCar radio network?
Oh, yeah, I've been doing that all weekend long. It's the greatest feeling, isn't it?
I'll just put IndyCar on my TV as well, so I can watch it.
It helps that they don't do the countdown after 4 seconds, because it gives you time to transfer it.
Yeah. That's what I agree, actually. It gives you go like, yeah, let's go down to IndyCar radio. And 2, 1, off you go. Back in the world of NASCAR and the Coke 0400, Berry leads from Logano. As we stand here, we have done, we've still got all 4 cars leading. We've got 19 on the lead lap? No, on 39 on the lead lap. I need to get that in a bigger screen every now and then. Hopefully you're enjoying the new graphics package that we had last weekend, last Monday actually, at Michigan in the second half of the race. We've got it open now for the 40 cars here at Daytona, and it'll be a permanent fixture going forward as well here on the JBMotorsports. This new graphic for when we're doing the commentary. When we're not, we've got the other battle screen that everyone likes. Actions galore. Action stations will be very much watched. There's the 54 car with Regan on the side, of course. Well, not Regan, Reagan. Ronald Reagan.
Reagan.
Yeah. Ronald Reagan, the actor? Yeah, we're already into that. Yeah, Reagan.
I still think it's worth looking paint scheme of the night, but you know.
Ooh, Blaney putting the bump in on Logano. Logano getting a little bit loose, and that put Blaney a little bit loose, who went into the side of Buescher. I'm surprised that was not a wreck. That was just a couple, 3 or 4 cars going a little bit sideways.
Rear tyres are starting to get a little bit sideways now. By the way, we're 5 laps to the end of stage 1. That's how quickly this opening's gone. 24 minutes of side-by-side action. That 30 with 130 to go. Logano's going through. So now we're going to be racing for stage points here. What a fantastic opening stage we've had here at Daytona. It has been utterly brilliant as we head down the back straight once again for the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Logano battling with Keselowski, and Logano gets a push from the 12 of Blaney, who gets a push from the 5 of Larson. Larson dipping a wheel before the yellow line, having to control the car. Berry's just alongside as well. It's 4, 5 and 6 side by side for 3rd position. It's the 22 in the lead as they come out of 3 into 4 and into the oval section and across the line. We've got 4 laps to go now of this opening stage, and it's all happening at the front. Logano having to defend the inside line. I'm loving the order that we've got, by the way, of 4, 5, and 6, and we've got 8 in there too. I wish we could get them in order, but anything can happen tonight. Oh, this is going to end up in a big one for the end stage 1. I'm saying it now.
I hope not.
I hope not too. But the way this is going, JT, it's like it's right there, isn't it?
Yeah. And this is me trying to work out what Jack meant about predicting that the big one's going to be early, even though you don't want a big one at the end of stage 1.
But I think it's going to happen.
I think it's going to happen, yeah. But look at the way they're pack racing now. 2 to go. They've got to take care. This is the opening stage of the night. 46 seconds a lap. It's really actually surprised me how quick we've been on here. Look at Logano jumping around. Oh, Logano gets a tap from the back of the 12. Oh, he went below the yellow line and almost lost it. Logano nearly wrecked in front of the entire field. Look at Berry on the high line trying to come through. Byron in the centre. Logano doesn't need to worry about stage points. Neither does Keselowski. Berry does. Blaney doesn't. Busher doesn't. Larson doesn't. Cindric does. And it's all changed. 2 to go here in stage 1 for the opening running orders. Pit road is now closed, remember? So now we're going to run it for one more. Logano getting a mix. Berry's come in. We're 3 wide in the back stretch.
Slide.
Larson sliding as well. He got tapped from Berry. Cindric's getting a push as well. Keselowski's losing out time. Logano gets it from Blaney and pushes through. Logano the clear advantage. Berry on that high line. Don't underestimate it. Remember what happened in February in the Daytona 500. The high line was what was won. And you can see, well, that's nearly contact as well because Keselowski's only losing it out. 1 to go in stage 1 of the Coke Zero Sugar 400. And here comes Berry on the outside line with Busher. I told you it was going to be key. Keselowski takes second. 3 wide in the front. Keselowski might just take stage 1. Logano's right there too. Berry's getting the push from Busher. Cindric comes in as well. Blaney pushing Logano. No one to push Keselowski. He's dropping back. Berry cuts down low. Gets the push off of Busher. Logano side by side with him. It's Josh Berry who's got the stage. Exit of turn 4. Busher's going to go side by side.
Got it.
Green checkered flag is out. Josh Berry takes stage 1.
3 wide photo finish.
Very nicely done. And that's practice, everybody, for what we're going to see later on. Berry using that outside line. I said it, we had it every year. That outside line works wonders. Josh Berry wins stage 1 of the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Caution comes out then for the first time tonight, chaps. Blimey, what a good stage 1. So,
it went quite quickly, didn't it?
28 minutes in stage 1. That was really good. I'm impressed. I'm drinking Coke, by the way. It's Coke Zero, so I've got Coke Zero.
I kind of, yeah, I've got the other one. I've got Diet.
Still Coke. Megan was confused though when I told her it was the Coke Zero 400. She went to the local drug dealer. And that's the joke you can get away with. Passport shed.
Yawn.
Oh, I thought it was funny. No, Megan's gone to bed very angry that the F1 Academy Race 1 is now at 4:30 a.m. I'm very angry as well.
Oh, actually. God.
Yeah.
Okay, it can't be at 4:30 a.m.
7:30. 7:30 a.m.
Oh.
You're thinking of the race finish time tonight, right now.
Yeah. I don't think so. I'm still optimistic it'll be 3 a.m. 90 minutes to do 124 laps. 3:30 latest. JT's looking at me now. I mean, all we can see kind of is him just in a white glow, so not the best.
A white glow with a whatever colour the flag is background.
Yellow, but we can actually see the yellow lights, so it is working.
Hold on, let me turn that down. There you go. Hello.
Hello.
I can still. It's basically. You know how bright the laps and rundown screen is. At 100% brightness in a pitch black room with the only light being monitors.
Why, might I add? Do we need an explanation for that as to why?
Why what?
You've got that on bright?
Because I forgot to turn it down.
Ah, I see.
I normally turn it down for night races, but I forgot.
So
3 past to 44. As expected.
That's going to be Jerry Gaze. They're coming down pit road for the first time today. Cars venturing down. Let's head back down.
After the end of stage 1, if Joey Logano wanted to learn in stage 1, he learned he has one of the best cars in the field. A little bit too tight on entry, Parker. He said that hurts him when he went to push others.
Similar story for his teammate there at the top right of your screen, Austin Cindric. He was happy with that race car finishing 4th in the stage. He was told to go on the jacks. They will not wait on fuel. Bottom left of your screen, Josh Berry, stage winner, first stage win of the year. Just getting a little loose. They'll make an air pressure adjustment for that, Kim.
Bottom right, Chris Buescher, he said he doesn't quite have what he needs off the right rear, but no major issues. He said, let's leave it, so no adjustments, just 4 fresh Goodyear tires, snow-go fuel for Chris Buescher.
Logano wins pit race off-road. Buescher, Cindric, Berry down 4, taking into position as well. Larson, Chastain, Wallace, Kozlowski, Gilliland, McDowell, the top 10. Let's head over to NBC. Let's not head over to NBC, they've gone to commercial break. That's the way to do it. We're professionals, you know, can't you tell?
Absolutely, we're about as professional as they get. Fox Sports got nothing on JB Motorsports.
Well, it's kind of that night. So 60 laps now for stage number 2. Up it to by what, 25? So this should be quite interesting. No, sorry, wait a minute. Yeah, 25 laps extra. That will lead us to the final stage being, what, 80 laps, GT, did you say? 80 laps, yeah. 75, something like that.
No, it's, I believe it's 35, 60, 65.
Say that again, 35...
60, 65.
Thank you. Just writing down my notes for stage 1 winner of the 4 of Berry. And no caution after that one. So not bad at all. Josh Berry's, he's had 2 starts here, of course. And
okay, here comes the second batch down pit road.
Wonder if NBC will come back. Let's head down to them and see if they do. We've opened up the NBC radio traffic, so if they say anything, we'll hear it. But who's come down this time? But BJ McLeod, Truex, Smith, Dillon, SVG, Shane Van Gisberg's come down, Corey LaJoie, Ryan Preece. They've all come down off pit road as well. No sign of anything as well from our audio channels here. 122 laps to go as we continue to tick into this one. And the team of Fire at Suarez's car! So Daniel Suarez has a fire and the team have pulled Suarez out of the car. So Suarez has had a fire. That's according to Bob Pockrass. So Suarez, is he still in the pit lane? Because he is... is he circulating? That's what Bob Pockrass just tweeted. The team have pulled Suarez out of the car, fired the rear of Suarez's car, he's told to get out of the car. That's what Bob Pockrass has tweeted. We haven't seen on the TV pictures, and we're not on commercial. We should be able to see if it happens. JT, have you seen or heard anything? I have not.
I'm looking.
Apparently, people are seeing it. This during break.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there it is. Let's go down to NBC.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the onboard and it is very smoky.
Of the pit wall.
Here we go. Here it is. So this is fire down on pit road. On entry, Suarez's rear right is ablaze. The wheel arch has caught fire, and where the petrol is located, that's caught fire. And wow, that was erupting down on pit road. And Suarez, one of the tail enders. Oh, it went all the way around. It lit up Daytona. So Daniel Suarez moonlighting as Juan Pablo Montoya. Wow, look at that, guys.
Bit less dramatic than Montoya.
Well, I've always wondered who would be the new Ghost Rider in Marvel. It turns out it's going to be Daniel Suarez.
Oh my god.
Daniel Suarez is Ghost Rider.
I don't think that tiny extinguisher is going to do a lot, mechanic.
That's the equivalent of me going up and spitting on it. It's not going to do much, is it? Some people may like that, but it's not going to do the car much good. Let's hit down pit road.
Here on pit road, I mean, completely burned up on the back end of this Coca-Cola machine.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions from the team. I guarantee there's going to be a lot of questions from NASCAR. You see the melted parts and pieces of the car. The entire tail panel completely melted off. The official looking in the trunk now, probably confirming everything is connected appropriately.
Daniel was circulating and it was somewhat controlled, and then all of a sudden it just exploded. Thankfully, he was able to get out of the car to safety.
So, Ghost Rider 2.0 in this one. Caution still out. Suarez
dragged out the car there.
Yeah, they literally did drag him out. So Ricky Steinhaus Jr. is your leader. I don't think it's going to stay for long because the timing tower's rejigging itself. It's put Josh Berry as the leader. From Busher, Blaney, Kostarski. That's the order at end of stage 1. Don't know why. NASCAR have said that this caution is going to last a little longer while they clean up pit road. So this yellow is going to stay out for just a wee bit longer.
I've got the officials radio in my ear now.
Excellent. You've heard the same thing as me then? I want to...
No, the first thing I hear is 99 to the garage mechanical. No way, really?
NASCAR race control.
Wow.
Yeah. 1 to go. Wow.
1 to go.
Must have just delayed it a lap then. So we come to the choose. This time by. So who's
Won't
going to
believe
go
this
where?
one. Daniel Suarez is out of the race.
No, really?
And cars are coming down pit road to get a top up of fuel who will go to the rear, one doing a dummy.
Yeah, but look, they're cleaning up pit
did.
road. So
Hold on.
that's weird. Yeah, go on. Use some JT.
I missed the numbers.
Well, I can tell you that we've got the 15, the 10, the 47, the 45, the 43, the 14, the 33, the 16, the 7, the 3, the...
I heard the 12, I think.
That's nearly the entire field diving down pit road as well. Insane if that's the case, and that's going to be the case. Still, it's put Logano as the race leader from Busher. Timing and scoring, don't know what's happening here. The whole system looks like it's crashed. And this is on NASCAR. This is on Timing 71. They've got it right. This is from NASCAR's scoring monitors.
Okay, penalty vehicles are coming in. Thank you to the Google Live audio subtitles. 14, 45, 43, 33, 15, 7, 10, 3, 47, 71, 78, 16, 41, 51. Outside line for penalty vehicles. 1 to go.
They turn it up. Daytona, beautiful as ever. As we get ready for the restart, Daniel Suarez will not be part of it. Catching fire. Denny Hamlin. Hang on a minute.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Look
it looks
at the
like
fuel
everything's
line.
clean so far on the stop, and then the 99's waiting on gas. The 11 goes to leave. little bit of fuel on the ground right here, and then it looks to be right there. A
Oh,
backfire
Hamlin
out the
alive.
pipes of the 11 ignites the fuel on the ground. It chases forward and into the trunk.
So that's, as we come back, stage 2 is green here at Daytona. Logano from Buscher as we head back to racing here. So Logano, Buscher, Cindric, Chastain, Berry, that's your top 5. Let's wait for timing scoring to catch up as they launch down the back of the circuit. And so far, a good restart. Timing scoring still saying 1 to caution, by the way, so they have yet to actually get through. So we'll wait to see when that changes up. Logano leading the way. All right, I'll got it. Yeah, but Logano leading the way, JT.
Yeah, Logano being pushed by Cindric. Buscher on the low line being pushed by Chastain. The third car in line on the high line is Berry. And behind that, Larson with Bubba Wallace down on the low line. It's the high line in front by 1 car. And now half a car as we head down towards the front stretch. And to complete the first lap on the green of stage 2.
I'm having to redo everything myself on timing scoring, by the way. I don't know what happened during that break for that to happen, but it's really annoying. Oh, hang on a minute, it's back.
The low line is absolutely falling apart. It's only 4 cars at the front.
They keep on coming. Yeah, go on.
I heard Joe Gibbs Racing say, but let's go down to Daniel Suarez.
Anymore. I only run my rear view camera, and the camera is mounted in the rear bumper. I can feel the heat in my back, but I cannot see it. So I was trying to go fast to turn it up, to try to calm down the fire. But by the time I got here, I can feel a lot of heat, and when I stop, I can feel a lot of. I can see the fire here. So very unfortunate. Honestly, after seeing the replay, I don't know what we could have done better. I mean, every single time that we pit, we drop a little bit of fuel. It was just a bad situation there between the 11 and the 21. I couldn't move, and the fire just caught in the fuel, and I was right there, and it caught in in the back of my car where the fuel cell is, and it was just a bad deal.
Yeah, just glad to see that Daniel is okay. They are indeed done for the evening, Diff.
Right, okay, now...
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs Racing, I believe, said that to get a proper draft, you need 6 cars in a line. There was only 4 in a line on the low line, but that low line has now rejoined, and the high line has formed, so we are back 3 wide for the whole field.
So Logano leading the way from Buscher in second. Now Cindric taking over as they're 3 wide further back. What happened then with Daniel Suarez? A little bit of fuel dropped onto the circuit. It was ignited by the 11 of Denny Hamlin in the pit stall, and that linked back up to where the fuel came from. Imagine that scene in Die Hard 2 when John McClane throws the lights on the ground and it rushes up into the jet. Imagine that. That's exactly what happened. It whoosh and set the 99 alive. So Suarez out, down to 39 in this one. Logano leads at the start of stage 2 from Cindric and Buscher. Jack.
I've already made 2 memes out of that fire now, so that's good enough for me.
Of course.
But yeah, as you see, Logano. And we got a 3 wide battle for the lead. Bubba Wallace might get it at the line. I don't think he does. That is Joey Logano. And then you got Austin Cindric pushing in, Buscher, Keselowski, Chastain up front. A win would really help his playoff hopes.
Chastain really does need it as well. We'll keep him with that one. Ross, of course, got number 1 on the car. Not been number 1 so far this season at all. Bubba Wallace leads here at Daytona. Keselowski's pushing the back of Chris Buscher. Logano's in there too, getting a push from Cindric. Bubba's coming through there. They've got to be tight now. As in down low into turn 3. The 17 of Buscher takes the lead of the race. And Bubba's going to try and stay on the outside line. So it's 2 wide for 5 rows, 3 wide for 5 again, and then it's 2 1s.
New leader,
and 2s.
23.
Confirmed. Bubba Wallace takes the lead of the race, and Buscher second, Logano third as they swing through again. I reckon we've had more than 40 lead changes already. Had to have in that opening stage of the race.
It only counts across the line. It doesn't do any others around the circuit.
Wonder what we are. What do we stand on then? As lap time said it.
They do it by lap,
Yeah. So
not
what
by
have they got then?
They would count it 16 at the moment.
No. So 40 is the record. Well, actually, the most lead changes was 74 back in 2011 in the Daytona 500. That crazy race. 2012, though, I think was always my favourite. That one that just went on for hours, and it was a prime time, much like we're in now, under the lights. Busher cuts down, coming out of 4, takes the lead away from Bubba Wallace with a little bit of help from Brad Keselowski. Joey Logano stays out into turn 1 again. Busher and Wallace side by side. Really enjoying this one actually as well. It's getting to be one of those races where you just go, oh, wasn't that a great one? There's nothing that could go wrong. Apart from everything in every conceivable way. It's alright, Jack, and you were going with it. Oh, it's
Famous last words right there.
Yeah, well, we're going towards the big one. That's almost
New lead to 17.
It's a coming. Just got to wait and see, really. Just hearing it all fly up now. I'm hoping that my... yeah, we have to log in with the NASCAR token on the scoring monitors. I'm hoping that it works on my little laptop here, so I can get the... Oh, it has, yay.
Briscoe in the lead right now. Bubba Wallace retakes it, though.
Yeah, the 14 had no draft, because he's got the 31 directly behind him as well. And Danny Hemrick is not going to do much here. Now, they've all pitted for fuel. I didn't see much for tyres. If they did, they only took 2. Logano getting a touch from Cindric, and Logano almost going into the wall. Exit of 4.
Close going up towards the line. That looked like Wallace to me, and yes, it was 18 thousandths of a second.
This stage 2 is going to be like we saw at the Daytona 500, just running together lap after lap after lap. Super speedways running together, nearly causing big ones. Logano almost getting shoved into the wall. Logano, balls of steel to run millimetres to the wall, and that gets blocked by Bubba Wallace in the 23. Logano up into 3rd position, side by side with Briscoe. Busher coming up on the inside line as well and retakes that 3rd place. Now he's side by side with Danny Hemrick, and Hemrick's going to go through. Logano's got no drag on the high line. He's down to about 5th position.
Here we go, coming up towards the line right now. This is going to be very close, and the tower says 14 by 9 thousandths of a second.
Hemrick up to 3rd as well, and that's going to change the order as well. That's going to put Logano back up in the high line. He can't take much through there. You're seeing it now as well. Really is having one of these days, isn't it? This action.
Yeah, that was so close, Josh, that the the official had to ask the tower who led that last lap.
3 thousandths of a second we've clocked it as on our timing screens compared to NBC's.
For the lap coming up.
Oh, now.
It was 9 thousandths last lap, so it's going to be 3 thousandths this time. It's 14 who keeps the lead. Look how close this is on the aerial.
Yeah, you're right, sorry, yeah. Right, now timing and scoring since that reset have gone ahead, not backwards. So I am confused as anything as to what that's going on right now. I'm just sort of, I'll look at it, but timing and scoring has gone crazy here tonight. I love how you look like they're not even steering the wheel through the corners because the driver's like in an offset position. So they're actually turning more towards the right so they can put it back to the centre when they turn left. It's quite clever. IndyCar used that. Kyle Larson, I think, got used to that as well, actually, during the 500 of Indianapolis. Look at that, 3 wide for second. Chase Briscoe is your race leader. Now it's Bubba Wallace. And
lead that one.
Busher takes second, but can't come through on the inside line. Busher's going to take the lead down into 1, and does so. We've gone box to box again, if you're watching us in the States. And 3 wide, because look who's coming up. The 14 of Chase Briscoe coming up on the low line to try and take the lead of this one. I will be amazed if we run the entire race this cleanly. Surely there's going to be someone who gets a bit over enthusiastic and tips them round, and then all hell breaks loose. I can't imagine they're going to be this clean, because they've been amazing.
Just wait for it, Josh.
Stage 3, yeah.
This is Daytona. It's all calm 1 second. Then something clicks,
Yeah.
and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, this is what we like to see, isn't it, though? Proper old school racing. NASCAR really enjoys these super speedways. I think we've needed to flex our muscles a bit, haven't we? It's been a long time since Talladega, and we've had a proper super speedway.
Probably.
Flex
The best example was Ryan Priest's class last year. It was all calm, nothing was happening, then bang! When it randomly started drizzling at the circuit and it crashed the whole field, it was dry, it was quiet. Then drizzle came in, not on the radar, bang!
Yeah, that surprised everybody, that year, didn't it, as well? Look at that. Every seat in the house filled here at Daytona. Brilliant to see. They love NASCAR.
It actually isn't that hard for me to go to Daytona because we have relatives who own a hotel in Daytona Beach.
Can I come?
We were actually looking at it, but then we were like, money.
Yeah, money, money, money.
There's a song lyric in there somewhere.
I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. This is typical stage 2 now, isn't it?
See, now, some people say money, money, money. What all I'm thinking is copyright, copyright, copyright.
Nah, ABBA are pretty okay with it all. I've checked. The amount of jokes we've got away over the years is unbelievable. Wallace leading by 10th. They've all just calmed down at the moment here at Daytona.
You've jinxed it now, haven't you?
This is going to be all hell, isn't it?
I've got my finger over the yellow flash button.
No, just fake footballing an accident.
Since when was the checkered flag out? Okay, 1 minute ago it was out, so that's about to end.
You go back to...
And that's a short race.
And we're done. Good night, everyone. That's just over an hour on here. We've been racing for 52 minutes. These guys have done really well. Logano, still side by side. They haven't changed that much, Jack, have they, in the last 3 laps? They've just been settling into stage 2 because they know they have to do a pit stop at some point, and it's coming up in the next 20 laps. They want to eke that out as long as they can.
Absolutely. Fuel mileage, absolutely crucial here at this particular track. Because at the end of the day, these guys, they're not at full speed. They are just going half throttle mostly. As you can see, Bubba Wallace goes up to block Joey Logano. Something that Joey Logano is very fond of doing is blocking. So, and Ross Chastain moves down to the low lane. Maybe he's trying to get a bit of draft.
Gilliland stayed on the high to push Berry. Bubba Wallace is darting around, as you say, Jack, every single place on the circuit he wants to be. Bubba Wallace may as well be 3 cars wide at this point. Briscoe on the low line gets out Logano. Is that... Can't tell who's that. Is that Byron back up? Can't be. Byron's down 23rd. It's Keselowski, and then it's Chastain and Berry, yeah. Oh, that's right. Let's do a full cutaway, a full screen cutaway, mid-race to something that is completely irrelevant to the broadcast. Absolutely fantastic from NBC there. Chastain now leading the low line. We've got Corey LaJoie, who flipped on Monday in the centre line. We're on board with SVG, who's hanging back. He's in 8th position right now. SVG's coming up the order here as we come across to start lap 24 of stage 2, 58 in total, 102 to go. Bubba Wallace leads them, the top 4 all in a line together. Add Cindric into that actually as well, but Chastain's just alongside him there. JT's busy with the end of the stage there. Oh, for God's sake. I understand why we've got it all, but Jack, this is so annoying when we've got a race going on. We've got full screen. I'm blocking the action.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, why am I even watching these adverts, mate? Like, no offense. Like, no, like, I mean, okay, to be fair, that Ninja Warrior course is pretty cool, to be fair.
Well, I've done it, so yeah, it is quite cool. Why do we need full screen?
It does sound really cool.
Yeah. It just really
It does actually look really cool. I want to get one now.
3 wide in the mid-pack coming into the stage as well. They've got to be careful as they continue on the attack. Bubba Wallace now, with this stage win, would put him comfortably ahead in the playoff bubble. As they attack round, that's 62. Further back, so that's Parker as well. Retlav, so that's on board with Ricky Styles. Caution, big one! Chastain is around!
Whoa!
And the entire midfield spinning around.
That's everyone.
And the big one happens here on the back straight away at Daytona. Gregson involved. Rear tyres gone down and crabbing. Martin Truex Jr. He's in trouble. Noah Gregson, as I said, crabbing. And Bowman involved. Half the field. So 25 cars, all in order. Yellows are out, as you can see on JT's screen there. It looks like everyone might get away with it, Jack. Denny Hamlin involved with a broken front bumper. Gregson looks like...
Haley get out of that?
I'm not too sure. Let's take a look at it. Now, it all
I want to know.
started with Chastain. So who gets loose first? Oh, of course.
Yes, Haley survived. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek who does John Hunter Nemechek things. Gets loose in the middle of the pack. So there he goes. He gets loose.
Oh no, that's Gregson I thought we got loose.
No, Gregson got hit by John Hunter Nemechek, and Nemechek went round into the middle of the pack. And he takes out everyone.
Am I able to quickly use this caution to switch over to my main setup?
Yeah, sure, go on. I'll put us on battle screen. I'll put us on Jack. I'll put Jack on. So...
I'll be back.
At least 18 cars there, all smashing into each other, Jack. And it all starts... Look. So, there's Gregson. Chastain's in the mix. So, where does that all come through? Yeah, the 42 gets tagged and Chastain goes round. John Hunt Nemechek caused all that. He'll get away with it, probably scot-free. The big one here at Daytona in the middle of stage 2. 60 down, 100 to go. Well, Jack, that is always how it goes. And now we're having to really just sort of rumble up. No sign of the red flag, though, which is a good thing. We're just hopefully going to keep it through. I think Noah Gregson looks like he's definitely out of the race.
Eric Jones was also caught in that. Yeah, Gregson's definitely. Ones I've got currently listed in it are Chastain, Bowman, Truex, Gregson, Jones, Larson, what's his name?
Oh, fire again on pit road.
Gibbs.
Little bit of fuel caught fire.
Another one?
Yeah. Jones in there too. So
that was.
It's the 43. It's the 43 that's caught fire.
That was just a normal exhaust after it spins out.
Yeah, but look, the 43's actually caught fire. There we go. He's got going now, but the 43
that always happens.
Well, well, that was burning a bit too much in my mind. Hamlin's out of the race. He stayed in the car, but he's got a flat tyre. I think Hamlin might be out of that one. So Tyler Reddick currently leads the regular season points, as things stand.
As he should.
I still...
Resident Tyler Reddick fan here right now.
Hamlin's going to get... he can't restart. I think Hamlin's out of this one.
Well, it's a good job that I'm Delaney, not Hamlin, isn't it? What is my... I didn't even touch my camera.
JT having technical
Stay
difficulties. Hamlin's restarted, but his suspension's gone. Toe leg's gone. Can't even turn. I'm sorry, Denny, but it looks like you're out of that one.
I have a full list of everyone involved in that wreck.
Go on.
Gibbs, Chastain, LaJoy, Truex, Hamlin, Gregson, Larson, Bowman, Byron, Chris, Jones, Elliott, Nemechek, Dillon, Hemrick, Blaney, Reddick.
No, Blaney.
That's every single Hendrick car I've just realised was involved in that.
That's just ridiculous. How many in
Has
total?
my camera gone liney for you?
Hang on a minute. We took you off because you were... yes, it's also crabbing a bit. So how many... Philip Lindman, hello Philip, it says, who was on our call earlier on, says, someone on Discord said you're perfectly synced with his TV, mine as well. Fantastic. If you're watching along
18
with
I
us,
think counted involved.
Oh good, my initial count was right then. So who said this on NASCAR chat? Perfectly synced up. Glad everyone's enjoying this one, and you're all synced up with us here on JB Motorsports. Caution's out. 28 laps into stage 2. As we wait to see what's going to happen.
I'm just going to leave it as my laptop webcam.
Fair dues, JT. Right, under caution, let's check in with NBC and get all the latest news on this incident.
Florida, as we're under caution, and Denny Hamlin. This is a week that just went sideways with the engine penalty to the 11 team, where a loss of driver and playoff points, and now his problems are compounded by this crash where there was at least 18 cars involved.
So let's watch it again. So the 7 of Corey LaJoie, he gets to the 10. Push there is fine, but now there's nowhere for him to go. And when he pushed him, he got into the right rear quarter panel, the car underneath him. He had to turn back to the right. The 7 was there. Big mess. Right there he turns. Definitely some damage here, guys. But I'm surprised more cars didn't get in this wreck. It's very fortunate they didn't.
Pit road open next time.
All right, let's find out more in the aftermath of this. Let's kick it off with Marty Snyder. Marty?
The unpredictability Lee of Daytona strikes again. Ross Chastain came in +1 above the cut line, and now they have a damaged race car. Phil Surgeon told his guys, we cannot go down a second lap, so time very limited here to work on the car, and they're worried about the front splitter.
Well, you can see it sparking right there as it drags the racetrack. It's going to be very hard for the one to get the minimum speed. That's what's required to get yourself off the damaged vehicle policy. And now this, for the front of the field, is a straight up call. Everybody will come to pit road and fill up with fuel. 33 laps to go, so inside a window, Marty.
And Joey Logano comes to pit road. An important note for the 22 team with Denny Hamlin out of the race. They now have a clear opening out. Fuel only handling better, Parker.
For Austin Cindric, who pits from the 5th position, very happy that race car fuel only. Biggest problem for them, they have no internet on their box. They're not able to give info to him.
Bottom left, Chris Buescher looking to defend his win. Fuel only also for Buescher. Dave?
No tires ready for the leader, Bubba Wallace. He just gets some fuel and he's out of here.
Good stop from Keselowski, who raced him off. Here is the race off pit road. Buescher gains 1, his teammate gains 1. Wallace lost 3, and it's not a great story for the 9 Napa Chevy of Chase Elliott. He's behind the wall. Back in a moment.
So, when are we actually going to restart this one? That's the question. And fingers crossed it's going to be soon.
Well, I'm happy. My fantasy wasn't affected at all. All 6 of my guys avoided the wreck.
I was a bit worried we were going to have a problem.
17 ahead of the 6, ahead of the 22 as the pit road camera. 17, 6, 22.
So, we're waiting. If we take a look officially at timing and scoring, it tells you who caused this yellow in total. As Jack has already confirmed to us, this is the official runaround it's been given. So the 1, the 19, the 41, the 48, the 24, the 19, the 43, the 45, the 5, the 31, the 7, the 12, the 3, the 11, the 10, the 20, and the 42 incident backstretch. Officially out of the race is the 9, 10, and 11. So that is Chase Elliott, Noah Gragson, and Denny Hamlin. The 99 is behind the wall. That is that of Daniel Suarez, but I don't think he's going to get back in this race as well. In this,
I think Joy's going to be done too.
Yeah, Joy's got a massive dent on the right-hand side.
So it looks like he's out of the situation too. So basically, this is just turning into a
41 to the garage. The DVP limit has been reached.
So out goes. Is that Jonathan Nemechek out too? Yeah.
Yeah, he's still got time at the garage, but not on.
Right. So this is going to be chaos as always. As we'll come back soon. Say again.
Next time you watch the replay quickly. Watch Reddick's avoidance. It's ridiculous. He's like drifting like he's on a dirt track, for God's sake.
Pit road closed.
Right, we're going to ready for green then. Onboard camera's glitching out quite crazy here. So, I'm being told that the racetrack is officially ready. So, we might go back to green soon.
One to go signal's just been given next time.
Fantastic. Ross Chastain has got the trusty gaffer tape as a new bumper out there.
That's going to fizz.
Oh my god. Let's check in NBC.
Welcome back to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 here at Daytona. We are under caution, but speaking of that, I want to say thanks to all of our partners, all of our sponsors for bringing all the green flag action live for you all night long. Here from Daytona International Speedway, so there is a lot of cleaning up going.
Well done to that mechanic who picked up the Coca-Cola Zero Sugar bottle. It fizzed, and he still drank it. What a champ. What a champ. My tooth's starting to hurt. And Chastain's leaving the pit lane. That's good. Let's go down over there to NBC in the pit box.
Both been in those situations,
Yes,
the
we
hard
have.
racing, and we saw how crazy it was there tonight. We kind of expected. But you had a pretty interesting take you were just telling me about what you saw.
Yeah, if we watch the video back, you can see the 5 gives the 7 a push, and then the 7's up into the back of the 10. Sometimes when you're too close, you can't get out of that pocket. There's a pocket there that the car doesn't have much resistance, and then you just stay on the guy in front of you, and I think that could potentially be what happened to Corey there.
Yeah, it's really easy to say, why didn't he just back out and give the guy some room? But that's a great explanation there. I'll tell you one takeaway that I had from that. I saw Kyle Busch was just far enough in front of that to not get caught up. So with all the bad luck and a fast that he's had before, now he's got a fast race car. Opportunity might be lurking for him.
Luck could be changing for him. I know he's hopeful it really is the case.
This is Ross Chastain's view. The view he did not want to have when he's trying to lock himself into the playoffs.
Yeah, I've been watching the repairs on this car. He's the first driver below the cut line currently. And
got a list of
this is another view. You never want to see this.
Go on, JT.
The 45, the 43, the 19, the 24, the 42, the 7, 48, 33, 3, 14, 71, 31, plus maybe a couple of others that the captain didn't pick up. And the outside lane is the outside lane for penalty vehicles, and 17 is the control car, chose the outside lane. We'll come into the green.
Coming ready. Here we go then. Time to restart here. Finally. Because we don't like staying under the yellows for too long. We need to head back to some green flag running. Buscher, Keselowski, Logano, Wallace, Berry. That's your top 5 as we come for a restart. It's a bit chilly up here in the comms box now, actually, is it? What do you think then, Jack? Another one? Or will we stay okay for now?
Another one, because cautions breed cautions.
Yellow, 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 yellow. That's going to be what we're saying. Oh, there's nearly a crash into the caution, actually. It's Berry and Logano weave into each other and almost whack each other out. Pace car will pull off. The yellows will go. We get to the Geico restart zone. A restart then. Halfway in stage 2 for the Coca Zero Sugar 400. We're green again. Buscher gets a touch from Keselowski. Buscher's on the high line. Logano's right behind him. Bubba Wallace coming back through as well from 5th position. Keselowski is going to lose out the toe. Logano much faster on the high line to push Buscher into the lead of the race. Clean through 1. Berry looks like he wants to get ahead of Keselowski already. As they swing into 2 and down the backstretch once again here at Daytona. Buscher, Keselowski, Logano, top 3, but it's now Buscher, Logano, 1-2. And look at Logano, he's practically pushing Buscher's bumper into turn 3. Berry, under attack with Cindric now. Gilliland's dropped back. Good start, JT.
Yeah, a good start indeed, and, well, there's kind of a separation in the pack.
Yeah.
All cars have met minimum except for the 7 of the job.
And Jack, I think now what they need to do is just get to the end of the stage, continue just to be calm and not do anything else. Berry's looking like he wants to come up now, but no one's letting him in.
A bit calm, don't wreck again, and then everyone's happy.
Let's hear from Chase Elliott, crashed out.
All smoke, and I was so far back in the pack at that point. I was just trying to get slowed down and then hope nobody hit me from behind. And unfortunately, neither one of those things happened. So just a bummer, hate it. But yeah, we were really just riding. I think everybody was just trying to get to the stage and you know, put yourself in a good position for that pit stop. And I think that's where kind of all the games had originated. But definitely a bummer. I hate it for everybody involved. Obviously going to have to go and have a really good week next week. But we've been pretty lucky these last few plate races. So we were overdue, unfortunately, and we had to serve our time.
And Lee, it's amazing how quickly his mindset shifts to Darlington next week. Again, still in the fight for the regular season title.
Yeah, Darlington. Our second visit there comes up in a week. And you can join us for the action on JB Motorsports as well. Milwaukee Mile next week, isn't it? There's no clash, is there? JT desperately checks to make sure. As Buscher leads single file across the line now. 25 to go in this stage. They'll just keep it calm now. Just keep it on the bush. But this is going to be bad for Wallace, who isn't going to have that many points from the playoffs here, because Busch is going to take that hard. And look at Kyle Busch as well, Jack. He's out in 18th position. Missing out without a race win at the moment. Oh, Jack's on mute. Okay, I didn't know that when I threw down to me. Into 3 and 4, we come again. Logano might just get a little tap soon from Keselowski, who's got a great run out of 4 into the tri-oval. And it's still going to have to be quite close together. There's Shane Van Gisbergen up into 8th position. He's got Busch directly in front of him in 7th. So he's going to try and get some playoff points here as well. Leaving pit road is Corey LaJour a few moments ago. So Corey LaJour's back out onto the track. That could be timing scoring glitch at the moment.
I still haven't heard anything about 7 meeting minimum.
Yeah, 9 laps down. So he's Chase Elliott down 35th as well. So we might have see Corey LaJour out of the race as well. We'll wait for that to fly through again.
Yeah, you're good for clashes. IndyCar is 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. NASCAR is 6 p.m. Eastern onwards, so if there's no
Another
delays...
Yeah, okay, we're decent there.
We'll be fine.
Let's hear from Denny.
But there's going to be a delay, isn't there?
Oh, always. Denny Hamlin.
And then get to the end of the stage. And then stage 2, obviously a little fuel saving going on, which kind of causes a little stack up, but you know, it just seemed like some guys wanted to go, some guys didn't, and it just caused a little contact there.
All right, Denny Hamlin out of it early here at Daytona.
7 car has met minimum, all cars have met minimum.
Back to the action then for Corey LaJour, thankfully. Don't have to have anything thrown in the mix last second. Now we start to go too wide, just behind, I say it's Haley. As NBC goes side by side.
Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, SVG in 16th place then. So disconcerting, coughing and not hearing anything because of the background noise on the monitors. Gregson, Elliott, Hamlin are all out of the care centre. We've spoken to 2 of the 3. Bubba Wallace cuts down low, right in front of Kyle Busch, but they both get the toe from Gilliland, get the push from Gilliland, get alongside Keselowski, and now they're going to challenge the leaders of Buscher and Logano. Insane pace from these 2 at the low line, and Bubba takes the lead, nearly gets unsettled though, and Kyle Busch comes through into 2nd place. Gilliland coming into attack now too. He's going to go side by side with Busch across the line. Into the tri-oval, and Gilliland gets 2nd on the line. Wallace is your new leader again. We've had 23 lead changes so far in this race. Don't forget Daytona, we only had 40 in total. Oh, hang on a minute, 41. Down the back stretch. Busch trying to get that low line again, not worked out. Wallace getting the push from Gilliland and McDowell, Buscher, Logano, and we've got 3 wide again, chaps. It's 3 wide. Oh, this is going to end well. It started again. As we come up to 20 to go in stage 2. Logano pushing on side by side now, getting ahead of Buescher. Wallace leading by a tenth, but Gilliland's taken the low line. He's going to have it through into turn 1. Gilliland leads with help from Logano. Stepping up out of lane was Blaney, nearly causing another big one. Cindric's out there too. Busch goes up into third. Constantina nearly out
Haley!
Ooh.
Hey, Justin Haley up the other front. Nope, he's gone now. Never mind.
Nearly had the fun, didn't he? But he nearly caused the big one with Cindric and Busch. But he got up there, just didn't get a toe. Now he's got the push on the 43 as well of Eric Jones. Logano leading. He's our new leader with Cindric in second. Out of 3, into the tri-oval. 3 wide. Gilliland round the outside of Busch. And
New leader 22.
the 51ers are coming in. So, yeah, 22 leads of Logano. John Hunter Nemechek is getting himself back in the race as well. Officially out Elliott, Gregson, Hamlin, Priest and Suarez. They are officially out of the race. Kind of guess that.
Priest, something... There's not a good relationship between Priest and Daytona, is there?
No. This time at least it was. Same path,
yeah,
wasn't it?
at least he didn't flip 11 times however many it was.
Something.
Blaney, even being involved in that wreck, is back up into 4th.
Yeah, it's the half the field. 18 cars out the 40, getting wiped. And only losing a couple of them was practically insane. Suarez still BTW, but he's gone over the 10-minute warning, so he's officially out anyway. Logano leading with 18 to go in stage 2. Look at that as well, coming around the outside. Kyle Larson taking third. He swept round the outside of Blaney without any push from behind. Insane amount of grip. And now look at him. He's got the toe now from... Who was that pushing him? Todd Gilliland. But Larson round the outside of Cindric. No push at all from Gilliland. Side by side. Larson has pace here tonight, everyone. Real pace.
Look at that at the playoff bubble. Plus 18 Wallace, minus 18 Chastain. Larson just jumps up the field to 3rd.
Larson has been absolutely fantastic, and now he's going to have a go at the lead as well. He's side by side with Cindric for second. Logano trying to put his car in the centre of the two of them to stop either going through. Gilliland getting a toe and pushes her back as well. The 51 dropping back of Haley, getting 3 wide as well. But there goes Larson to take second position. Oh, look at that from Cindric falling back massively. Oh, and jumps over below the white line. Wow. You're right. How was that not?
Also falling back on that backstretch was the 51 of Haley, so sorry, Jack.
Yeah, sorry, Jack, but that was nearly a caution. Well, you've heard of the... from Star Wars. There's
Justin Haley.
There's Jack's version. JT, clip and add to the soundboard.
Oh my god!
Oh, that was nearly Cindric. Big one.
Oh,
he's damaged something.
Debris as well.
I wonder if that's going to throw a caution.
That was already on the track. That was off the racing line.
You sure? Because it doesn't happen until after he jumps over. Watch. He gets a touch, jumps over the bonnet. And...
Debris
there. Debris already there.
Yeah, okay, it was already there. Good.
Off the racing line though, so they didn't move it.
Cindric. It's further back, so having battle. But look at Larson and Logano. LL at the front, side by side. That outside line is so much more powerful coming out of 4. Is it good into the tri-oval to keep the lead of the race? Logano takes the low line. Logano.
New leader 22.
Yeah, 17 thousandths of a second. Had that low line just sweeping in. Stage 2 with 16 to go. Stage points on the line, and this is where we're starting to see a lot more side-by-side battles. And Logano still under pressure. Now Logano's getting a push from Blaney. Larson's getting a push from Gilliland, and the top 4 starting to break away. Larson trying to join the fight, does join the fight, hasn't brought McDowell with him. Now he does. Kyle Busch comes out of nowhere. Larson's still ahead of Logano. He's going to take the lead on this lap, but Todd Gilliland might just take second place here away from Logano as we cross the striped line, and Logano leads second.
To take a note of some...
What?
They've... hold on.
Is it debris? Is it that debris? Surely it's got to be. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Larson side by side.
Backstretch, possible fluid and debris is
Oh, no.
reason for the caution coming
Yellow's
out.
out
They
now.
are having a look at the number 19, so I'm guessing it's the 19 dropping.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
fluid.
Caution's out. Caution's out. So they've thrown the yellow immediately. And that's wise if they're pack racing and there's problems. So the 19 of Martin Truex Jr.
22, 5, 38, 12, 6. Then the 8.
That's the caution call for who's leading.
45.
So it's fluid.
34, 17.
Fire truck's going
That's it.
out. Yeah, fire truck's going out to evaluate what's happening out there.
Buffaloes have been dispatched.
Now let's take a look. This is Truex
That-
with something. Is it a puncture or something? Coming out of 2.
Puncture fluid.
They
There's
threw
Jones
it.
as well.
43.
Yeah. They are through it for possible fluid and debris. Backstretch.
So it's Eric Jones who falls down the order. And is that smoke?
No!
Yes! The 16's on fire!
That's SVG.
Shane Van Gisbergen, I'm sorry, Adam, but he's on fire. And I thought I saw smoke. He's brought it back down pit lane, but SVG's out of the race.
Once you're out turn 2, that's where I need you to move up the south side wall and start working. Just hustle around there. Caution car is in turn 4 now.
Word.
Oh my goodness, that is huge.
They're going to have to red flag that to check for oil. That's a big explosion for SVG. So the sparks from the Ford, that's a sparks from Eric Jones's car on the backstretch. He's got a puncture and the tyres come loose. That's the reason that he's, that's the reason we're under yellow. But exactly the same time, the fluid was SVG exploding under caution.
Of caution, officially the number 16, the 43 was just an added.
So just two for the price of 1, really.
Yeah.
SVG is out of the car. He's okay. And on the day he got announced as a full-time racer in the Cup Series next year, his day ends in fire.
That is annoying because I literally had SVG's on board. Hold on.
on your screens.
Yeah, I.
So I'll get the fuel by you first, then I'll move you up.
Right.
They're checking for fluid on the high line.
Well, so the 43's already got the puncture of Eric Jones, and then
He just blows up.
yeah, it just blows. I've never seen a NASCAR do that before.
Yeah, I was watching SVG's onboard, but I had to refresh it because it was very delayed.
Yes.
And then I missed that.
Let's ride with him and listen.
3 past 48.
It starts to go there.
There. Wall of smoke. That's terrifying for a driver. I wonder if they might have to red flag this to clean up the track. That's the thing I'm looking at.
I think he just had a New Zealand simulator with the temperature.
He got out of the car quick enough. Not bad from SVG. They haven't brought them down. 28 lead changes officially. They haven't brought them down pit road as far as I know.
Pit road still closed.
Yeah. So just a yellow with 13 to go at stage 2. SVG's out. He's okay. That's the main thing. He'll go check out the medical centre. Has to. Let's get down pit road.
Team was to make it to the end. Obviously, that's not going to happen. They felt like if they were to make it to the end, they could have a top 10 finish here, which would be wonderful for the driver learning on this drafting track. On that incident, Shane came on the radio and said, I didn't hear or feel anything. It just expired.
So
The reason for pit road still closed is that they've got multiple wreckers on pit road with SVG recovery.
Right, okay, so yellows are out, no sign that they're going to
And they're
stop
having
this
to
one.
check for fluid as well. But they're checking for fluid and someone's coming down pit road. And it's Eric Jones and another one's coming down pit road when they've got tow trucks and wreckers.
I think that's because they've been told to come in. Jones had the puncture, Truex had the problem as well with possible fluid, so yeah. Big explosion there. And the caution comes out.
Eric Jones was sort of in the battle cam having to manoeuvre.
They'll get big penalties for this then. Chastain's in
he
too.
had to go through an extra pit box to get round a recovery truck in the centre of pit road.
Yeah, they're going to get a big slam for this one. They're not allowed to come in during pit lane
Could
closure.
open on the 43.
Just exploded. Really weird. Let go. Like a month of Sundays. Oh, it just explodes. It catches a light as well from the exhaust. That's, what, 4 fires we've seen tonight alone? It's quite dramatic, really. 5 fires today, because of course Logan Sargent caught fire in practice 3. Roman Grosjean's feeling a little bit left out. Okay.
They're looking at the front right brake disc of Eric Jones.
Yeah. It did that
and
shatter.
You can see the battle camera now, and it was Ross Chastain who was the other car to come down pit road with Eric Jones. It was one of the blue cars, and they are doing more tape work.
Well, stage 2 has certainly been the more dramatic one. Yeah, go on. Go on.
Yeah, and also Truex Jr.
Yeah. Leaving pit lane.
There is fluid on pit road. I don't know if you'll see it from this camera
I
as
can
they
see
go
it.
down.
I can see it. Can you see the
But
line?
they are
Can you see the black
laying-
line? Yeah, I see it.
They are laying the quick dry down on pit road.
Okay. So we're going to be under yellow for a little bit longer. Let's hope we do get to the end of this stage. And we will go from there. Yellows are out, though, at the moment here. Jack, what have you made of it so far? It's been an entertaining race.
Dramatic race. And you heard me say no when I saw SVG caught fire. I'm so gutted for him. Of course, he just had a few hours prior has been announced as the full-time driver for the 88 for Trackhouse next season, and Trackhouse also confirmed that Project 91 would be running next season. They've got a few names that they might run. So it's going to be interesting to see how Trackhouse get on next season, if I'm honest. 3 full-time drivers. You got Ross, who's the watermelon farmer himself, very talented. Suarez, the Mexican, who unfortunately just cooked his car. And SVG, who also cooked his car now, with his temperatures from New Zealand. So it's going to be an interesting season for Trackhouse next year. I tried to get as many jokes in there as possible.
More units have just been called to pit road to bring up the oil. Fun.
Very good. Very good start then. And the racing will continue. We'll hand over to NBC in a second and get their news. Go on, Jack.
I don't think we're going to hear this will be a quicker yellow when they open pit road this time, guys.
No, I don't think it will be.
48 has been commanded to pass the pace car as the free pass. So at least we're making progress.
Yeah, we're getting there. That's Alex Bowman, who's down in 31st position. So, possible fluid on backstretch from 16. Go on.
I'm being told that Joey Gase is being given a standing ovation for every single lap he completes, because he's so far behind the rest of the field.
My God.
I feel bad for him because I love Joey Gase. If you watch the
garage.
Xfinity series, you'll know exactly where I know him from, because he's the one who threw a bumper at Dawson Cram, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
I thought it was, to be fair. And Joey Gase, of course, is actually going to be classified inside the top 30. So great from him. Let's go down to, well, it's our mate as well, Lee Tiffy.
Packed both on and off the track.
I really respect Martin because he's done NASCAR his own way. He doesn't get caught up in the pageantry of NASCAR. He does what Martin does, and he's been very successful with that.
Martin Truex Jr. in dominating fashion.
I feel like when you think of him, you think of Toyota for sure. You know what he's been able to accomplish with them over the years, transcending to the top of the sport.
I've wanted this since I was a little kid, and just never give up, man. Never give up on your dreams, no matter what happens.
He is one of the top
way.
drivers, I feel like, in the Cup Series.
What is it, JT?
you know how I said we're not gonna hear quicker yellow? What has just come over the radio? Pit road open. This will be a quicker yellow.
Oh God.
One of only 2 Toyota drivers to earn the NASCAR Cup Series championship, with 32 of his total 34 wins coming with the team. Toyota wishes the 19 car the best of luck. The fight in the playoffs, and at the moment he is still leading the way as far as the highest place on points in the playoff.
Yeah, what a career. 2-time Xfinity champion, Cup champion, and you know, one of those drivers said it, he's done it his way. He really has. And he's stuck to his values and his morals, even as the sport has changed and it's become more aggressive and sometimes even more acceptable to knock someone out of the way. Martin has said, that's not how I race. I'm going to stay true to who I am, and he's been successful doing it.
It's funny when a driver and a sponsor turn into such a partnership that they match with one another, like Bass Pro Shops, Toyota, Martin Truex Jr., right? Like, he just kind of fits that mold as we see some cars peel off onto pit road with this short sprint to the finish. We'll see what the decisions are for all these teams.
I'd stay out. You feel it now.
Todd Gilliland giving up third to come to pit road. This is the team that needs a win, and this shows it. Not worried about stage points, but this will make the next stop shorter for the 38 team, Dave.
Kyle Busch gives up 8th position. He was told, here's the play. We take the 4 tires now. Maybe at the stage break, we only do fuel. That will save time for sure.
Okay, clever plans, really, from the field there as well, to use the best of the advantage. Yellows are out after an explosion for SVG, and Eric Jones breaking up the front end as well. 74 to go, but only 9 in stage 2 of the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Yeah, not bad out there at the moment, JT. And how did IndyCar go?
Yeah. We've just had it through. Oh, I'm just gonna
close that red. It'll be 1 to go when they get here. 1 to go when they get here. This will be their lot to choose. 48 is the free pass. This should be the last one in single forward to choose. The 43, 1, and 19 are all under penalty. 43 had too many crew members over the wall.
Oh.
What I was trying to say was we had it per the camera a certain order, but then it got changed. Instead, it was 38, 34, 71, 2, but it got changed to 2 to 71, and multiple vehicles were turned into base.
It's one of these days, isn't it, at Daytona? One of these evenings, I should say. Hopefully SVG is going to be on our picture soon. Phillips just told us that he was being interviewed on radio, so hopefully we'll hear from him shortly as well to come into the action. It's getting a bit chilly in my comms box as well.
When is it ever not chilly in your comms box?
Leo, 22 is a control car, outside lane.
It's been colder today. Right, end of stage predictions. Let's get it through. JT, what about you?
I'm going for, and that is someone coming down pit road. That is Parker Vexlap, who is coming for, I'm guessing, a fuel top up, and because he's already near the back, it won't hurt to go to the back again. So that is at the lap of choose, who should go to the penalty line on the outside. I'm going for a Joey Logano stage win.
Jack?
I'm going to go with the same. Exactly, as you can see. The conveniently placed Coke Zero Sugars right there for the sponsorship of the... Oh, it's called the Coke Zero Sugar 400. How would I have guessed? Anyway, I'm going to go for a Joey Logano stage win as well. Is BJ McLeod still in the race, by the way, just out of curiosity?
Yes, he is.
Let's go!
Can't find out where he is. Where is he?
Down as 12th.
Wow.
Let's go, BJ. Come on, man.
I'm not sure if we can say that live on air, but we'll go for it.
Yeah, that's the point, actually.
The penalty car should be in the outside lane. The 19, 43, 1, 3, 14, 62, all in the outside lane. They're in the penalty.
Spotters radio needs to be a little bit quieter, JT. I just got deafened.
Alright.
I love that graphic. I love that we can hear the spotters there. It's
The
so
joy
so
to
cool.
the garage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that happened like 10 minutes ago.
So he's out. So, what, 33 left in the running order? Has to be. Come on. Come on.
Green this time. Stop the leader in the front row. Get him evened up.
Coming to me.
Ready to go for the end of the stage here. Logano, Larson jumping ahead as we come back. Are they going to go green? They're hovering over whether they do or not. Green got signalled, then yellow, then back to hopefully green. Pace car pulls in then. Ready for another stage finish. Green flag is out to close out stage 2 here at the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Logano on the high line. Larson taking down the low. Now Logano's getting a push from Blaney. Larson's getting the push from Keselowski. It's going to come thick and fast in this one as they ride into turn 1. 33 cars left in the race. Larson looking a bit tail happy at the rear. Logano staying on the high line. Blaney keeping a push as Keselowski. Down into turn 3 and 4. Now it looks to be okay for me at the moment. Philip says that he's going for car 12 for the stage win. Big Penske fan.
Blaney.
Yeah. Where is Blaney?
Right behind Logano.
Yeah, he's just getting twitched, isn't he? Because he's dropped behind because Reddick's coming back up. But is that who's coming back through on the low line as well? Is that
Bubba.
It's Bubba. Bubba come out of nowhere, and Bush is in there too. This has come out of nowhere. 3 wide further back, nearly causing crashes, but Larson leads over the line. 6 to go. Larson, Keselowski, Logano, Bush, and Blaney. Gilliland, Wallace. Yeah, they're all getting a little bit too out of there. Look, right, they're getting too quick now for the boots. Their rears are snapping everywhere. They're starting to separate as well. 3 wide in the mid-pack. They're getting quicker as well, so this is where you start to really worry because the understage points is where we need them. Larson has the advantage. Logano's giving a big swing around the outside. Keselowski's still there. Over the line, 5 to go. Larson leads Keselowski by 59 thousandths. Over the line again, it's the ditto.
Massive push from the 12, and the 22 is going to go round the outside, side by side for the lead, and the third line's forming 4th.
Fantastic from Logano. So he's going to go up to the lead of the race as well, down the back stretch. Fantastic push into 3. 3 wide still. And Logano, I think everyone got surprised by Logano, but still Larson keeps the advantage. Keselowski pushing him through. Blaney's got to push Logano again out of 3 and 4. A little bit loose here from Larson. Keselowski just getting a twitch. Look at this on Logano, trying to take the high line. Into the trial will we come, out of 4. Larson defending that inside line. It's the run to the line. 3 to go in stage 2. Got to be close. Larson still defending it. We're 3 wide again. Logano coming up alongside Buscher. Keselowski
trying to make it 3 wide at the left front.
And did he touch Larson's door? I think he did. Buscher's pushing Larson. Keselowski getting a push by Logano. So they've swapped sides.
Keselowski nearly spins Larson as he's trying to make the move.
It's getting insane now. Keselowski's getting a push on Logano, and it's tailing back massively. Over the line. Now it's 3 to go. And this is going to be up to the front for Brad Keselowski to take the lead of the race.
New leader 6. Confirmed.
Yeah, Keselowski just has more pace in that middle line. 3 wide from the back. Look at Bubba Wallace. Remember Josh Berry? 3 to go at the end of the previous stage. Watch out for Bubba Wallace. He's got that high line and he is crystal clear. If Bubba takes stage 2, it'll get him in on more stage points. But the top 12 are sort of starting to separate themselves, and now we're getting into the mix of what's going to happen next. Keselowski's lost the lead. Larson's gone down low. He's getting a push by Buscher. Keselowski's up high with Logano. Buscher nearly tags the back of Keselowski. Logano taps the back of him, gives him a bum draft. Larson's kept down low. You can see he's got bodywork damage still. And they're all sliding. Wow. Larson's Keselowski about 1,000ths at the line. 2 to go.
Scoring says 5. Towers confirmed 6.
Yeah, thought so. So it was too close. Pit road is now closed, remember, with 2 to go in the final laps of the stage breaks. Everyone's starting to jump around. Logano's getting the push too. And now it's Keselowski taking the lead. And Larson's not got the speed, so Logano can do anything he likes here. Even, is that Blaney back up into third? It is. Larson's come back down the inside line. Keselowski needs to go down low and does so. Blocks out Larson. But that opens up the top line for Logano. Logano's going to try and swing through. Keselowski goes to block him and comes back down low. 1 to go in stage 2. Keselowski with that block move on Larson allows Logano through, and now Keselowski's got no backup from Larson whatsoever. He shot himself in the foot. Logano on the high line goes through. Throwing in now as well is Blaney, and coming around the outside, I think that's Todd Gilliland now going to take third place, if I'm not very much mistaken. Trying to keep up with this one is like trying to keep up with darts. It's insane.
I'll put it out to conclude stage 2.
Coming through, you can see the spotters ready to conclude this stage. Coming down low, Keselowski trying to do everything. It's Blaney v Logano. Blaney cuts off Larson. Logano's still going to be there. Keselowski swinging around the outside. Logano cuts off, and it's a drag race to the line. It's 3 wide, and stage 2 goes to Logano. Keselowski, Blaney, your top 3. Larson, Gilliland, Haley, Bush, Byron, Busher, Wallace get the stage points. Stage 2, a dramatic one here at Daytona, and it's Joey Logano who gets the stage win. What a run! 65 laps to go here at Daytona. Stage 3 is next.
22, 12, 6,
38, 51, 8, 24, 17, 23, 34, 45, 48. Leaders at the restart zone.
What a stage. What a stage, boys. Right.
47
Go on.
was on the pit entry, then cut across the blue splitter in between pit road and the track. I'm guessing maximum fuel saving.
Must be. Has to be.
4, 54, 2, 71, 21, 78, 20, 15, 42, 14, 3, and 31. Drag, please, caution car.
I love the spotters radio, especially during these breaks. It helps us out no end. So, stage goes out. Just a reminder, if you're tuning in for Formula 1 tomorrow, Alexander Albon has been disqualified from qualifying, and Lewis Hamilton has received a 3-place grid penalty. So it has changed.
Shouldn't have, but whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He shouldn't have. It's a bit stupid, really. Massively stupid, in my opinion, actually. Does not deserve that.
Yes, he was on the exit of
the list of bad stewarding decisions in
Yes.
the F1 season. Because I don't know what Lewis is actually supposed to do there. He's well on the outside. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, I get he does hold Perez up, but really there's not much he can do about it, is there?
And yet Max gets away with cutting the pit lane exit line.
Still closed, still red.
Fine.
Go on, JT.
Qualifying.
Yeah. So, you've got about 30 seconds until NBC come back from their break.
Haley wins.
Fair dues, JT?
Hello.
What do you think? Who's going to win?
I've still got Blaney. Still in second, still going strong.
Fair dues. Let's check in with NBC then on what they have to say as we head into stage 3 of the Coke Zero Sugar 400 here at Daytona. So, all should be good. We're double boxed now completely to the end of the race. Not even a yellow brake will interfere with, I don't think. So that's going to be fantastic news. 4 cautions, 2 for instance, and 2 for stage brakes here as they come back.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR is brought to you by Applebee's. Help us squeeze out childhood cancer. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Welcome back. under caution for the end of the second stage here at Daytona International Speedway. Lee Diffie, Steve Letarte, Jeff Burton with you. Great to have 7-time Cup Series champ Jimmy Johnson joining us as well, with Dale Jarrett, fellow Hall of Famer, on the pit box. Marty Snyder, Dave Burns, Kim Kuhn, Parker Kligerman. We've got the whole gang here for a special evening at the World Center of Racing. And Joey Logano successfully wins the second stage. Been a good night for him. He's led more than anybody, 34 laps so far here at this Coca-Cola Zero Sugar 400. Speaking of the pit box, let's join the fellas now, guys.
Pit road open, quicker yellow.
That was only the end of stage 2, but some of the wildest racing I've seen. You can already see the blocks, the moving up and finding other lanes to move in. We expect more of that here in stage 3, and only going to get a little bit crazier, I guess.
It really is only going to get crazier. I'm really impressed with the speed that the Fords have had. They've been really at the front of the field controlling this race, time in and time out. The 22 with these aggressive blocks, I mean, he's one of the best at understanding his rear view camera system and knowing how to, make those tight squeezes. And then the other one for me, I think, that has shown the most speed, and you and I chatted about this earlier, was the 4 car. That car receives a push and has the longest legs and continues to run over anything that I've seen out there.
Yeah, and the one driver I'm looking at that I saw come to the forefront there, Justin Haley, who is a former winner here. Yeah. Not one of the big teams, but watch out for him here.
He's done a great job.
Okay.
Here they come.
There you go.
Let's get ready for pretty much everybody to pit.
Keselowski's staying out.
Pit road's going to get lively. Marty Snyder kicks it off, mate.
Yeah, Lee, to Jimmy's point a moment ago, Team Penske working so well together. Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano, they got a playoff point in the bank for Logano. Paul Wolf asked him, do you want me to change anything? Logano said, don't touch it. Meanwhile, Kyle Larson said the car is good. With a funny quote, he said, I'm just trying to stay out of the way and not get taken out, Tim.
Well, Marty, for the 12 car of Ryan Blaney, he's reporting still tight. It won't go anywhere. He told his team, I need quite a bit more of the last adjustment. Jonathan Haslett, his crew chief, saying they'll wait a little bit on fuel, Dave.
Kim, you never know when an extra lap of fuel might do you some good here at Daytona. Driver Brad Keselowski asked, maybe we should stay and just pit with 1 to go. That's what they're going to do. They'll lose all their track position, but they'll have 1 lap better fuel than the field.
So we talk about the value.
Oh, penalty for one of the front runners.
Or near.
Who?
Todd Gilliland, crew member over the wall too soon. As per the camera, it was 34, the 8, the 38, and the 51, but the 38 has got a penalty for, and will start the longest line for crew member over the wall too soon. Pit road closed.
It'll be 1 to go when they get here, 1 to go when they get here. This will be their lap to choose. 1 car is the free pass, and will need to be the last one to choose. 19 and 38 are both into a penalty. You need to drop all the way to the tail.
It never rains, but it pours, doesn't it, to be fair? So Gilliland's in trouble. Having a good to bad day.
Remember over the wall too soon. 31, 19, and 38 are your penalty vehicles. Drop them all the way to the tail.
31's been added.
Right. Let's see how long we go. Come on, let's have a good end to this one. We've been having such a fantastic race. It's been wheel to wheel. Now we're going to get ready
for... the control car until the outside lane.
Is that Michael McDowell then being put as the control car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's Byron down pit road.
Yeah, a
Haley,
couple
by the way,
of
got
cars gonna be
stage
dropped,
points.
For just getting a fuel top up. Hold on.
Under penalty as well. Just keep dropping them all the way to the back of the field. We'll give them the longest lines, get everyone closed up.
Well, hopefully get a list of numbers in a moment of all of the penalty cars combined.
Outside line for the penalty vehicles. All penalty vehicles should be on the outside.
There's a puff of smoke there actually as well. The World Center of Racing is Daytona.
And all those under 24, 31, 23, 17, 38, 6, 43, 15, 47, 78, 44, 77, and 19 also be in the outside lane.
That's a lot of cars, including Keselowski and Byron.
Got to move them up, and they're not moving up. So yeah, the race control are going to be angry, and they will say it as well, won't they? They will not let it just go down without a fight. You go to that part of the track, you must be in that part of the track. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. So we're going to be in for the last run around here of this absolutely insane broadcast. It has been thrilling. It has been a lot of fun. And I've really enjoyed this one more than...
All right, let's get everyone's nose up, including those in the outside lane.
I think I've enjoyed this one more than the 500.
Hey, red is clear for a caution car. Come to the green this time.
Here we go then. Ready to restart. It will be 60 laps then. A total, we've spent 5 under the caution. Berry won stage 1. Logano won stage 2. Who is going to have stage 3 here? Lap 100 to take us to 60. We're ready for the restart here. Pace car pulls in. It is stage 3 of the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. Keselowski as well drops back, so it's Michael McDowell. Green flag, we're racing here at Daytona for stage 3. Great restart from Michael McDowell. Berry on the inside line, but McDowell gets a push from Busch. Coming up as well, we're riding with Austin Dillon and his spotter who was suspended, but that got rescinded to just 1 race of Brandon Bennett as well. He had a 3-race suspension.
I've got a feeling NBC know what they're doing.
Yeah, he had a 3-race suspension for saying to do it, take him out. To Austin Dillon about Logano and Hamlin.
Wreckham.
Yeah, Wreckham, and he got a 3-race suspension, but that got reduced to a 1-race suspension on appeal. And they are taking it to one final appeal to see if Austin Dillon can get into the playoffs.
No.
No, but they're
not going to happen. I'm sorry, not going to happen. The owner of
agree.
that speed of the final appeals officer, I'll tell you by the way, is Bill Mullis, the owner of Short Langley Speedway, a track which I'm pretty certain the Cars Tour goes to. And they're pretty damn strict on drivers intentionally wrecking to the point in which they've actually disqualified people for wrecking intentionally.
So we should be all good then in that regard.
Yeah, and also so you wouldn't last long, Jack. On a.
Oh, I would not last long at all.
I'm not going there. Berry nearly got taken out there by Cindric. Has come up and nowhere. McDowell's the leader in this race. Oh, yes, you're right. It's Justin Haley in 4th position. Yeah, they've all got the same liveries.
What did I say?
Cindric, there he is. Haley's to 2nd. Cindric's down there in the order as well. So they're all up there in that part of the track as well. McDowell, who started on pole, filtered back to the front now as our race leader here. Well, boogity. Loving this race.
Okay, officially out and not allowed to rejoin 9, 10, 11. Accident and 16 entry.
Right, so they are out of the running order.
We definitely knew 16. The other 3 was a question mark.
Yeah. By the way, Tyler Reddick still leads the opening run here. 828 points to Kyle Larson, 14 points back. So that's still the regular season points leader is Tyler Reddick. And going into Darlington next week, he could be the regular season champion. Then we go to the playoffs to crown the season champion, the series champion for 2024. Round of 16, round of 8, round of 4. And then that last race at Phoenix will decide the championship in November. Down we go again. Nearly playoff time, boys. The bit that everybody dreaded, because we've got to understand it even better to commentate on it. So
luckily, I'm pretty good with the.
I'm confident. I'm good. Yeah.
And of course, you have to remember. Let me just turn it up.
We missed a couple of races.
Remember the round of 12 as well, which is Kansas, Talladega, and Charlotte.
We missed a couple of races thanks to blocks with F1 and other things as well. So there's a few we missed.
Yeah, round of 16 is at Atlanta, Watkins Glen, Bristol. Round of 12, Kansas, Talladega, Charlotte, Roval. Round of 8 is Las Vegas and Homestead. And Martinsville, and the championship 4 is Phoenix on Sunday, November the 10th.
Actually, Adam, it's not coffee, it's Coke in the JBMotorsports mug. And I need a refill. I'm trying to sip it for the last 55 laps. McDowell leading this way. Haley now in second. Top 3 now completed by Berry. Side by side with Bush and Burton. Now side by side. And Cindric moving up there as well. So Cindric, Briscoe, Bush, Burton.
This is a cursed top 10 right now.
It really is, isn't it? Look, if you look at it, it's Larson. You sort of start to think, yeah, okay, he'll be good. And that's saying that Kyle Busch isn't, but Kyle Busch has had one of the worst seasons in his NASCAR career. He's fighting for playoff eligibility. It's insane.
The worst, in my opinion. The worst season of his career by quite some distance. Also, just thought I'd say about the... Oh my, for God's sake. Anyway.
That's cool.
Thought I'd bring up on Denny Hamlin's Twitter. He seems pretty adamant on who caused that big one. 7 caused it, he tweeted out.
Oh, the jaw then, okay.
He's pretty adamant.
We know Denny Hamlin's history with after race activity.
Punch! Do we get a punch?
I've also said on his radio after LaJoy flipped, LaJoy is his own worst enemy.
Oh, right. He did, didn't he? I forgot about that, yeah. I just had to point out,
Logano, massive push on Larson.
I've covered, what, 19 NASCAR races this year out of the 25 we've had? Or something, and then with the extra 2 because I didn't call the playoffs and all that lot, but I've covered a lot this year. Can I just point out, I missed the punch-up. I was promised a punch-up and I missed it. I'd like another one, please. Come on.
For the Xfinity Series, that's where you get them.
Yeah, we'll have to cover some of those next year on Extra.
You also get some bonnets and stuff thrown as well.
Rusty Wallace talking up the 51 on the radio broadcast. Limited budget mentioned as well on that 51 car of Justin Haley. And Justin Haley, at the moment, is going to lead this race. He's been pushing up alongside Michael McDowell. And yeah, this is a really strong apprentice appointment here for Justin Haley.
Well, NBC still trying to cook with going side by side in the free screen with the 3.
Who's going to tell their spotter that they had that the binoculars are the wrong way around? Look at them, look at them. The binoculars are the wrong way around. That's not just me, is it? They are the wrong way around. Brandon is looking to the binoculars the wrong way round. Big end to small end.
It may be the lenses that they have on them.
That would be
what? Pretty beefy lenses.
Yeah. That's yeah. That'll help.
RCR is really low on budget.
Yeah, that'll help, won't it? See the right way. No wonder he told me to reckon. He thought he was talking about something else. Is this the best super speedway race of the year? I think it is. I think this one is better than the Daytona 500 and Talladega. This is a lot better.
Atlanta?
Oh, Atlanta was good, wasn't it?
I think Atlanta might beat this just about right now.
Yeah, Atlanta was great with round 2 of the season. And of course, that was all because to allow Toyota to have their new car get used to super speedways quite quickly. And it helped, because it wasn't good at intermediate tracks. Now Toyota have been quite competitive again at the front. Cindric's coming down on the low line alongside Larson. But it's still McDowell, Haley, Nemechek, Jonathan Nemechek, who caused that crash, in my opinion, still now back up in 3rd position.
I'm blaming LaJoy after watching the replay. I'm blaming LaJoy. He gives Gragson a bad push and spins him out.
Right. And that tags...
That's my take on it.
That tags Nemechek.
But then again, I am very obviously not the biggest fan of LaJoy, but I'm also not the biggest fan of Nemechek either. One's talented, one's not. I'll let you make your mind up.
Harsh. 50 to go.
But fair.
Oh, yeah.
Harsh but fair is my motto.
50 laps to go here in stage 3. Now, half an hour took us to 35. 28 minutes took us to 35. We've got around about 46 minutes left, which takes us to around about 3:35 a.m.
Still not 3:30 though, is it?
I said between 3:30 and 4 would be off here.
Did the 30.
Well. GT said 5 a.m. Which one's closest?
I was just going off the broadcasting schedule, which is on the Everyone's TV guides.
I panicked when I saw it said 7 a.m. UK time on the one in NBC in the States. That's because they've got their massive post-race show, plus highlights of what's happening in Milwaukee.
Yes.
For the Truck Series. Split weekend here. Must admit,
there as well, of course.
Arca's there, yeah. Can watch all the highlights on Grid Encore. I must admit, I nearly logged into the Milwaukee stats, not the Daytona stats today in the Cox box for the graphics. It took a while. Michael McDowell leading. Everything just calming down, but they're going to have to do a fuel stop in this one. Won't get to the end. One green flag stop will be needed. And that's going to be the big one that we have to keep an eye on as well, because that's going to shuffle the field for a couple of laps, and then crashes could happen with people on faster tyres. Up to temperature tyres. They fly back through. Into turn 3. We're riding with Joey Logano, who is down in 10th position. Austin Cindric's just ahead of him. Zane Smith is to the right of him. Still single file for the first 5 cars down to Busch. And then Burton and Berry are side by side for 6th and 7th positions as they come out of turn 4 into the tri-oval section as well. 47 to go. McDowell leads Haley, Nemechek, Larson. I think now they're just half throttling JT, as you said about in stage 1. They're just saving fuel, saving everything, and just seeing how long they can go.
Yeah, and the main one, trying to keep at the front of the field and keep in the racing pack and not falling behind. But look
the
at
47.
the 47 car who is charged on, and he must have had a Capri Sun before he got in the car, because he's on a charge.
Not sponsored.
We are not sponsored, the car is.
Yeah. If I was sponsored, I'd be saying things about crisps and chocolates and that lot as well.
Or same.
Technically, I am an ambassador. So technically, does that mean I get free Ferrero Rocher? Just saying. I'm an ambassador for the young reporters and the from the Diana Award. So I am an ambassador for the Princess Diana Award, because I'm a winner of that award. So, do I get my Ferrero Rocher? That's all I'm saying. It was signed by David Cameron. Wish it wasn't, but yeah, well, that's when I won it. He was Prime Minister at the time. I don't get to choose that. I find it very happy. Yeah, I know. I find it very happy that I actually won the Princess Diana Award. I won that award for being part of the Young Reporters, but also for my very popular column, Women in the Male World of Sport. I wrote that in 2013. You can see how much I very much am always wanting to have diversity in sports. Very good. I wrote 3 columns. Actually, no, I wrote 5. I wrote an extra 2 after that. That's back in the days when I used to write. Now I cannot write photography. I've tried, but
You yap now.
yeah, I yapped then. I just yap now completely. I hate writing. I can't get my words down for it. Writing my autobiography one day is going to be fantastically fun, isn't it? It will be done in the style of a commentary. I'll just record it into a dictaphone and let someone write it for me. So it'll still be an autobiography, but someone can type it and proofread it for me. 44 to go. We've ticked over, by the way, 2 hours. The race here last year lasted, without a red flag, that was out for 10 minutes, about 2 hours and 38 minutes, if I'm not very much mistaken. So we'll keep an eye on that. Look at that from McDowell, just having Haley in front. This is as you say, Jack, this is an unusual top 10. It's weird.
unusual. To my knowledge, out of this top 10, about half of them, hold on. The ones who have not won a race this year: McDowell, Haley, Nemechek, Berry, Bush, Burton. All have not won a race. A few of those haven't even won a race in their careers.
That's 7 of the 9. 7 of the 10 haven't won a race this year. That's how insane that top 10 is. But you need to look at where the 3 car is of Austin Dillon, because if he gets in a chance to win, he will take it. And he's down in 14th place, right in the back of this. Oh, the 51 getting loose and nearly taking Berry with it. Ah, that was nearly...
What are you doing, Haley?
That was almost a big one into the wall at turn 4, but that's allowed Cindric to come along the inside line and drag them away.
Haley, you're a complete idiot. What are you doing?
Side by side a little bit.
I pick a win there.
Yes. He's regained second though, Haley. He has not lost it back to Berry. Larson back there saving full and fifth, says Philip as well. Best, Josh, if you do a biography, I'll be a part of it. You will be. Everyone will be. Everyone gets a mention. You'll get a mention at the back, and then I think at the back I'll have everyone who's commentating. Look at that dive down from Haley! Side by side with McDowell, and Justin Haley leads at Daytona. Is he going to lead a lap? He comes out to block. Look at Cindric, he's coming up alongside the inside line as well. Justin Haley leads a lap at Daytona.
Timing's going confirmed.
Fantastic! He's a lap leader here. Can the 51 take an unlikely win? McDowell fights back, but it's not good round the outside. Haley leads by 28,000. Cindric coming in there. Berry and Logano in there as well as they come out of 2 down the back stretch to 3 and 4. Haley on the high line. McDowell settles in behind. Logano pushing Cindric on the low line. Keselowski's in there too. So Keselowski's jumped up the order a little bit. And now Haley comes down from the top to the bottom. 40 laps to go. This is getting fun. Come on. Do it.
Probably like the most laps Rick Ware has led in their entire career at this point.
This final pit window is now open. So who's going to pit for fuel? We're inside that window now. They'll be hoping for a caution to settle things down a bit. And yeah, let's go full screen highlights, shall we? Yeah, there's the live picture. So this is Haley getting ahead of Michael McDowell with that low line. Brilliantly cut. But I'm watching the live picture since Logano is forcing Cindric and McDowell at the order as well. Haley might just hold on here, but Logano's pushing like crazy. Jack has to come into the corner.
Michael Jordan approved of that move of Justin Haley's there.
Thought he would. He knows a good position when he sees one. Does Michael Jordan?
Absolutely. The greatest basketball player of all time, in my eyes.
What a legend. Watching here at Daytona. And 39
It's also
to go.
insanely cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, insane. 39 to go. Haley leads. McDowell still following around in second. Josh Berry taking the high line to Logano now. So he retakes third? Yeah. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, interesting from the stewards.
Yep.
They said new leader, then they disregarded it. 51 kept it this time around. Let's see how close it is.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it said side by side at the line. So Michael McDowell, yeah.
Easily 51.
Well, why did they say that then? That's a bit unusual.
I don't know.
84 thousandths of a second. Oh, Josh Berry into second place. Okay. Ah, they're confusing everybody today, aren't they?
Little fun fact, by the way, I got coming up here. I just found out. Did you know that Michael Jordan is an entire foot and an inch taller than one of his drivers?
No.
Tyler Reddick is 5'5". Michael Jordan 6'6".
6'6". I don't.
It helps in basketball.
Do you know? I don't even think my commentary box is 6'6". Like the roof.
I know.
I generally don't think it is. He would literally, if he came in here, he'd have to sit down. I mean, Harry Benjamin, I think, is 6'1". And did you see the commentary box in Imola? He had to sit.
I don't think I did.
Every time the camera was on, he had to sit down because if he stood up, his head was touching the ceiling. Yeah, it was ridiculous. He almost took his headset off several times. They almost gave him earpieces in a lip mic because he couldn't have the headset because it was knocking around at the top. He had to stand in the commentary box, kind of like
Josh.
in a Y. Go on.
Harry Benjamin, 6'5".
He's 6'5"? Rosanna Tennant's quite tall as well, isn't she? So, yeah. When they have Sam Bird in the commentary box, who is 5'1", it must be quite thingy
Oh
for
my
him.
God.
Yeah. You got 6'5", 6'1", and then you got 5'1" in Sam Bird, just sort of slotted in the middle there.
Rosanna Tennant,
You're making me feel
6'2".
tall.
6'2" for Rosanna. And, yeah.
Half of it's making me feel short, half of it's making me feel tall.
I'm 5'9", although I'm sometimes 5'10", depending on what my back is like. If I properly go, I think I'm 5'9", maybe 5'10".
I'm 5'9".
If I go like that, I'm usually fine. If I completely straighten out. But, you know, I move around a lot, so my hips are all shaking around. Field's very much calmed down at the moment in the last 4 laps, while NBC have been on commercial
Stage 3
break.
podcast, this is new.
Yeah, this is new. What's going on? Come on, guys, do something. Prod him with a stick, someone. Prod him with a stick.
Hey, I've got a very long aerial, hold on.
Odd Nemechek with a stick, make him spin out.
JT with his new, what do we call it? Radio. What's it called?
Scanner.
Scanner.
I will tell you what I picked up on this.
Mars?
Afterwards.
Aliens?
After
The local
No.
police radio scan. Oh, don't tell me you got Thruxton.
I can get Thruxton,
Oh, for
not
God's sake.
from where I am though, because they use the local radios, which only have like a half a mile radius,
okay.
depending on the circuit.
Not a run going in at the moment. Berry's taken second position. 34 to go. Haley's been leading now for about 10 laps.
Driving the race of his life, Haley, right now.
He's led 8 laps in total, has Justin Haley, according to the timing graphic we have up here in the comms box.
Yeah, I am gonna have to do some research when I go to all the shops.
Bubba's
later
up to 10,
today,
sorry. Go on.
Because... Oh,
Clear past the entrance, Brad.
What was that?
something's happening backstretch.
Track is clear, Tyler.
We've just passed the backstretch. No one's dropped back. Oh, hello. 43 was a little bit of a troubled place. I think they just want to make sure it's all clear and no one's got off. Truex is in the pit lane. Truex boxing. I wonder if the 19's got a problem. Philip says, last time back to saving fuel and 20 laps till pit stop, said MRN radio. With 10 to go, that'll be a line up and a half. I'll keep it.
They said clear past the entrance, so it must have been up against the inside wall. that
Here.
Truex, I'm
yeah.
guessing, disappeared.
Yeah, he's left the pit lane now. There he is. New
Look at
tyre.
front left.
Whoops.
They had
yeah.
the head torch on, looking at front left.
So something
Replay.
gone wrong. Wheel not loose. There. Puncture for Truex. That's what it was about, checking the wheel nut. Coming out of 2 on the back stretch. So that's what they were checking on the radio. Puncture for Truex. And there he is coming out. He'll be a lap down. But how many laps is he down? 3 laps down anyway.
But now the field have to get around him.
Yeah. Which is never good.
What they should do is go too wide above, but that car on the low line will get stuck. And will drop to the back.
Yep, so that's not great. Go on, Jack.
Number 15 in the lead of the low line.
Yes, he
Yes.
is. Yeah.
Look, Cody Ware.
Where did Cody
Why
Ware
are
come
Rick
from?
Ware suddenly cooking?
I have no idea what is happening today.
Oh, it's fine. The car on the bottom line, it's not the biggest loss in the world. It's the number 7, who was the one who lost out.
Rick
So,
Ware Racing.
not the biggest loss. Like
Yeah.
first 3 laps down.
As Chuck said, Rick Ware Racing, 1st and 6th.
Not bad at all.
Bubba Wallace nearly causing a big
The
one.
stats.
I don't think they've even finished in the top 5 before Ridware.
51 has led 12 laps and 15 none.
This race is turning out to be yet another dramatic one.
Very nearly causing a wreck, the 15 on the low line, trying to get up to the high line, but there was a car there.
This is where it starts to get dicey because 30 laps to go, fuel windows are open, pit windows are open. They're all going to be trying saving for as much as they can in cases of caution, so they don't have to pit under green. But in doing so, you could cause the yellow. You could be the one that causes the accident you're trying to avoid. It never works. It never ends well for the chicken. Down we go. It's called hold your breath time, says Adam. Massively is.
It is.
Oh, little bit of a touch there. That's Larson. Is that Larson dropping back? Or was that Cody Ware? It's Cody Ware on that lead lap. Dropping
Cody
back.
Ware.
Yeah.
He's on the lead lap though somehow.
He is saving fuel though. So, and he's trying to filter into that high line as well. So he's trying to come back up. Kozlowski though, going down the low line. Bowman alongside him. And now it's just going to get dicey because people want to come up to that high line to get ready for pit stops and they're not going to let them in.
Cody Ware's been left out to dry there.
Yeah, Bell's formed a new line. And Cody Ware's dropped back massively now. No one in front, no one behind him.
Where should drop to the low line now?
Yeah, try and get up
just
as much
to get
as he
in
can.
some sort of a line.
I think he has done that now. Yes, he has. Yeah. But he's dropped back. He was leading that, and he's dropped back. Haley leads again from Berry. This is a really bizarre race into the last 30 laps, and we don't have anyone coming down pit lane yet. Usually the pit stops are done by this time. Here, they've left them very, very late in the day.
I love a strange race, you know. I think I prefer strange races to any other type of race.
It's been worth the late night call, I must admit.
Yes, absolutely. And is it worth you getting literally no sleep though?
No.
Yes.
No. I'm going to kill whoever I have to wake up at 7 a.m.
I can go check for you.
I mean, why? I'm not even commentating. I'm not even commentating on that race. If Jess Team viewed it, if I leave it all on and Jess Team viewed it, and Megan could just press buttons, but you know what Megan's like. So, yeah. What I would probably do is come in, press a button, and go back to bed. And then just be back for race 2.
I'm top of my fantasy league right now.
So, Haley, Berry, Nemechek, Larson, Bell, Bush, Wallace. All just continue to come in. Come on, guys. You've got to start boxing soon. Can't go any longer.
They all run out of fuel.
Look. Haley's come down the low line. And so has Berry. Yeah, here we go. Pit stops are going to start soon. This is prepping for that. Just getting the lower line
Something's
ready.
happening at pit road.
Oh, hello. Nothing on our timing screens yet for anyone diving in.
I think there'll be an incident here when they try and go down.
Well, let's take a look. Is pit lane open or closed?
They're not.
No, they've gone past.
Must be next time round that message came through then.
No, we're not that far behind today compared to the radio. Nothing. Go on.
I'm just checking on the. No, our stream is actually ahead of. Wait, that's the continuous stream.
Yeah, we're fine today with Abu Dhabi Sports.
Yeah, we're alright.
Yeah, today's actually been really good. We've had a great day.
Don't tell me someone spins Haley out.
Anyway, I just heard clear past entrance to pit road, so.
I wonder if there was something over the line, maybe. No one's boxing yet. Does it come over the line again? Anyone coming in? No, they thought about it. 25 laps to go. We're getting to the business end. Are they just going to stop for fuel, do you reckon? No one's going to take tyres here. Are they just going to go fuel?
Worth the risk. I think it might be worth the risk going for that. At the end of the day, this is a big race for every single team. You win this, you are in the playoffs, unless your name is Cody Ware because you've not run the full season.
Yeah. And Cody Ware is being very impressive, and if he can win this, he takes away a playoff spot from anybody else. And Haley as well. Oh, Justin Haley as well hasn't run the full season either, so...
He has.
Oh, he has.
Haley is
yeah,
full
sorry, yeah, sorry, yeah.
He's his first full-time driver, technically, I think. I could be wrong on that, though. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I can easily check by going back to my last notes. Yeah, he was there, yeah. Yeah, you are correct, Jack. So Haley could be in the playoffs. Sure, Berry's in there too as well. They've got to start thinking, when are we... And look, there's a car. Is that Truex again? Blocking the low line. Haley's gone low. So, I think we're going to see box this lap. Look at the amount of drivers going super low. Love that sound. It's getting more and more racy now. Anyone boxing? Anyone in? No. What's going on at Daytona?
Hold on.
They're playing a game of chicken, I think.
They were checking the right-hand side of Joey Logano for a possible issue. He's clear down the backstretch.
Yeah, Logano got brushed up into the wall ever so slightly. Let's see if there's something through 2 as well. He's looking fine to me through the corner, but Logano has dropped back massively in the pack. We're riding with him now. And he's having to lift off ever so slightly. That's probably what they've checked as well. The field's starting to lift and coast to see if they can make it to the end with 23 laps to go. But they're going to need to pit for fuel. They can't make it to the end. This is getting a very dramatic end to the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Nemechek's going to take the lead of the race. He's come around the outside. Kyle Larson's coming in as well. Over the line we go. And now this is where the race begins.
51 kept it.
0.005 of a second though, JT.
22 is clear, turn 2.
So Logano's fine. But this is starting to get watched through the eyes of the fingers. Come on. Nemechek leads. I think Haley's coming into the pit lane this lap.
You say that every single time, and is he going to? That's the question.
Into 3 and 4, through the banking. We're 3 wide.
Answer your question, Jack. Josh Balicki for Vic Ware Racing did all but one race at in the 2021 season in the 52 car, and the race he missed, Charlotte Roval.
0.003 of a second separating, but this is getting dangerous as well because we're 4
Put it out,
wide.
put it out, back straight away, back straight away.
Yeah, okay, that's what you heard as well because they're 4 wide as well. This is not going to end well if they're not careful. Look at that. Nemechek side by side. Haley going through. They're 4 wide as they come down the backstretch once again. And this Bowman moving up the order. I can't see anything at the moment. There's the leader!
Oh, Nemechek!
Into the wall. This will be a big one. If Nemechek can save it, he'll be the biggest save of the year, and he has done. Haley tagging Nemechek, spinning him out, but he saved it, and he's used all his 9 lives for that one. Haley, I think, has kept... No, Busch leads. Haley has dropped down into... I don't know, where's he gone? I think he's in 3rd now. Haley's down to 8th. So whose fault was that? It's
Nemechek.
It's Nemechek.
100%.
The 42 car...
Contact with Haley.
Oh, for God's sake. The 42 car is just a stupid
like
idiot.
Nemechek moved over.
He's a stupid idiot. He did that 2 weeks ago. He's done that now. John Hunter Nemechek is an absolute idiot. And I think he deserves that, to be fair. He deserves that spin. He's an idiot. What was he doing? What on earth? Why is he
After obviously holding clear, you can see here what happened. He moves down. Does he get a bad push, maybe? I'm not sure.
Does he get a tag from Larson? I want to see Larson's on board there. But what is he doing for that manoeuvre?
Nemechek, mate. At least Haley's not got any serious damage. But that is Nemechek's chance at a win pretty much done. The thing is with Nemechek, for me as well, he's in one of those really odd spaces. Here we go. Here is... Ah, he got a touch from Larson.
Yeah.
He got a touch from Larson.
2 tyres are coming now, says Philip. So that's what they're going to do to change over. And fuel. 2 tyres and fuel. For a 20 lap dash. Well, probably a 15 lap dash,
8 to 34, I think. Hold on.
Well, this is going to be...
8 to 35, 34, 4, 7. Sorry, 47, 6.
Let's go over to NBC. They've got some news.
This back straight away.
It's also going to have a positive effect on the Rolex 24 as well, because the sports cars quite often come to grief. They're exiting that Le Mans chicane right there.
Oh, now they can. That argument can carry on even further.
So now, Jeff, you kind of pointed it out. We were building up to these waves of green flag pit stops. So now the challenge at hand is still real. Everyone has to come to pit road. So now there's a bunch of factors in the equation, Lee. First of all, how much fuel do you need? How much did you save? How much fuel do you need to just complete the next 19 laps? Second, how much fuel do you want? Is this race going to end in mile marker 400, or are we going to see overtimes? And if we do, how many overtimes do you want to prepare for? Every fuel man on pit road trains year-round to be as agile and athletic as possible. When they pick up that dump can, it's going to be over 100 pounds on their throttle, or excuse me, on their shoulder, and they're going to try to almost engage the car before it stops. That plug time is going to be key, because the other issue is, even if it's not perfect, if you're a little off-center, then the way the system works, you get air mixed with the fuel, it slows everything down. It's kind of all on your shoulders right here. Now, some cars towards the back, they might decide to take tires. They might say, hey, I have no track position, so let's not risk it.
Let's stay with
Pit
NBC.
road open next time, and I've got a scoring update.
Go on then.
Hold on, it's just moved. Where is it? I need to find the front again.
That helps.
8,
Yeah.
2, 5, 3, 4, I think.
34,
Yep,
Michael
then
Medell.
it's... Oh, hold on. Some more audio coming through. Racetracks are ready.
Right, okay. Let's get final thoughts on who's going to win this one. Jack?
Sticking with Haley. Sticking with him. I think he's got this one still. I think he'll make up all the ground. I hope anyway. And he'll take the win. But you know who else could win here? Kyle Busch is very close to the front. He could win his way in.
Really?
I think a lot. I think Busch was close to the front last time I looked.
Busch is leading.
I could
You
be
are
wrong.
right. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Busch
I'm
is.
checking. I'm
And
doubting
Busch,
myself.
let me remind you, has never won a winless season in Cup Series history. He is basically the Lewis Hamilton of the Cup Series before 2022.
They're
Here
diving
we
down
come
pit
down
road.
pit road. Expect fuel only. Bob
Tonight, they're going to need a little less than 3 seconds of fuel. Cliff Daniels said, wait on me to go, Parker.
Austin Cindric pits from second place. It's going to be a 3 count of fuel. No Goodyear tires for him. Very happy with that car, Dave.
Kyle Busch got to the lead. Can he keep it? Fuel only here. No Goodyear tires on the car. There he goes.
And look at this crazy race off pit road. Austin Cindric gained 1. Brad Keselowski gained 4. It was a longer stop for Busch. He lost 4 positions. And this is why we're under caution. John Hunter Nemechek going for a wild ride, but not as wild as what it would have been if the grass was there.
F2 down.
Say again?
Some teams only took 2 seconds of fuel, guys.
He said about the grass, and I just said press F to doubt. It was not the grass, it's the speed these cars go that cause the blowovers. That said, I will say the new fin that they've got on the cars this weekend clearly did its job there.
They are doing well, aren't they, on this front? So I'm freezing in this commentary box. I know I said that the majority of the broadcast, but it's got really cold. What degrees is it right now? I can't even tell.
Have him start dropping to the tail.
42 penalty as expected. Jack, I've got good news for you. The 7.
They go when they get here. When they go when they get here. To
Right.
choose.
The 7, however many laps down it is now. Let me have a look. The 7, which is 33 laps down, is wave around eligible and is allowed to pass the pace car. So he now goes from 33 to 32 laps down.
So we're just waiting for NBC to come back, and we'll hear from them. As, yeah, they're just coming through. So Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell,
There
Josh...
you go. 2 is the control car. Shows the outside lane.
Okay, so JT, just take us through the running order, would you?
Yeah, I think I've got it all updated. It's I've got it as Bush, McDowell, Berry, Keselowski, Cindric. Never mind. It's just no way is John Hunter Neiman check first.
That's because he's been hard to get the free pass. The timing and scoring, I think, have glitched again. Let's go back to NBC.
Car shop. Check out the greatest selection of t-shirts, die casts, and a whole lot more. Simply go to NASCAR.com/shop. If you're just joining us, you've got perfect timing because you've joined us for the most tense portion of this race.
Christopher Bell leaving his pit stall. BJ McCall coming in. Contact right in the right rear.
17 and a bit.
Right here, Christopher Bell. Kind of a tight exit. He starts to leave, and they pull right out in front of BJ. BJ locked it up to keep from making any more contact than he did.
Could have been a little mirror effect there too, because Blaney was released right ahead of Christopher Bell and maybe thought the passage was clear and unawares of BJ McLeod coming in.
That is simply the crew chief knowing he needs the track position. He's clear, go, 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 go. That's what he's telling him.
Risk versus reward, and the reward is the highest with 17 to go. Dave.
About 20 laps ago, Michael Jordan showed up in the 23 pit box, the car that he owns. He's here to support his driver who's already led here tonight, and he knows that Bubba Wallace has a chance to not just work his way above the cut line, but make his way into the playoffs, locking in with a win here tonight, Marty.
Dave, you would think the fuel saving is over for the night. It is not for Kyle Larson. Listen in.
We did hit the number on fuel that we needed to hit right there during the pit stop, so that gets us to the end, leading. Everything you save is just going to be insurance for green, white checkers, so keep saving hard.
But, Steve, you made the point earlier. It's easy to save fuel here. Larson can get to the front and has all the fuel he needs to the end of the race, but over time, he's going to need a little bit of help.
Here we go, then. Time to see who's going to win the final time here. 16 laps to go. Stage 3 resumes. Green flag again at Daytona. Brad Keselowski on the low line. Up the high line comes Austin Cindric. McDowell and Larson.
Restart under review.
Just behind. And yeah, did they jump the start? That's what I'm on about. Did they jump the restart zone? Something I was worried about there from Keselowski and Larson. Into 2. Oh, look at Logano. Big bump at the back of McDowell. Larson on the high line. Cindric side by side with Keselowski. Cindric's going to have the lead of the race here, coming off the back stretch, and does take it. Larson's pushing him through like crazy. So Larson should take second place, though. And I think as well, this is going to be good. Good.
Post the 6 restart violation. Brad Keselowski.
Oh, no!
Wow!
He did jump the start. He did. I don't believe it. So Brad Keselowski gets a penalty for jumping the restart zone in a crucial stage.
To be that guy, but I could clearly see it on the TV pictures without anything that the race control had.
Well, we all could.
I wasn't even looking at him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was definitely a jump start from all the cameras I have down here.
Cindric now in the lead of the race. Keselowski down in third place as we look on the leader. This is the replay. So watch the Geico restart zone. It's a massive jump from Keselowski. Yes, it's insane. So what's the penalty again?
Pass through.
Pass through, yeah. Like Dale Waltrip and Larry Mack have said, anyone can win this race. Anyone can win this race.
Including some guy who wrecked on like lap 1, and he's just come back on the track and everyone wrecks and he wins.
Side by side, Cindric in the lead with Larson second. Keselowski fighting his way back through. For some reason, again, we go full screen to have a look at the restart. Yeah, Keselowski's out of position. I looked Larson as well. I thought Larson would have jumped it. So Cindric and Larson, 1-2 at the moment. Austin Cindric might win this race. But I'm looking at Austin Dillon, who's down in 17th, who's slowly making his way up through the field.
Display the black flag with the white cross next time to the number 6. Let's get him in. race control. So
Keselowski's going to get the pass-through penalty. That's his day done here at Daytona. The flag is out now on the main grandstand. Keselowski will see that flag to come in and take it. 13 laps to go here. And again, JT, they're just now full throttle to the end. They're not going to stop.
no, they're not. Let's hope Keselowski comes down into pit road. There's another third line forming.
Yeah. This is not going to go well.
Be wide taking the finish.
And clear the black flag of White Cross. So that tells me he's coming.
Yeah, because McDowell's now hit the front with Austin Cindric round the inside line as well, so they're going to change over once again as we come over the line. Keselowski leads, but he's going to dive down pit road for the pass through now, so that's him effectively out of the race. 12 laps to go in this one. Cindric leads, McDowell second, Larson third, Logano, Busch, Kyle Busch in fifth. If he takes that high line, he'll have a good chance of winning the race. Remember, Daytona 500, the outside line was the one that won it, and Atlanta a week later. So much on the line here. Kyle, and we just saw as well, do you see Austin Cindric get a big tap from Kyle Larson on the back stretch? Cindric almost flying into the wall. That's allowed Michael McDowell to come back through on the down low. Larson coming up as well to retake. There's Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is in the fight now as well. Inside the top 5. 11 to go at Daytona. They've just got to start playing this one. Berry's trying that outside line that he tried in stage 1. Do you reckon Berry could be in this one?
100%. Anybody could be in this right now because literally it's Daytona. It's one of the best racetracks the world has ever seen. As Larson tries to cut Berry off here. And who's that trying to get through? Oh my goodness, Larson almost spun himself out. He is able to get into the middle lane. It's 3 wide through the corners. This is absolutely ridiculous. But I think McDowell might hold the lead here.
3 wide, JT coming in out of 4.
And who is going to get this lap with the 10 to go signal now being given? Oh, that was very close. And it looked like Larson using our eyes, scoring and timing scoring. Same 2 leads it.
So, 2 leaders officially. Cindric and Larson separated by 0.000 on the line from race control. 10 laps to go as they fly through. And this is where the big ones tend to happen. Cindric leading. Busch is right there as well. Berry's in 4th. We're in for anything to happen.
Oh no, McDowell's up there and he's leading a lap.
Coming out of coming out of the last one, out of 4. Larson getting the tap, 2 cars in the wall. That's going to be very tricky if they're not careful there. They've kept it going. Cindric coming through. Larson on the back of McDowell over the line. Cindric taking the high line. Logano's come 3 wide as we come into turn 2 as well. They've got to be super careful not to do anything stupid as they fly through. Caution turn, big one! Big one upside down! Michael McDowell! The entire field wrecked together. Logano's involved. Bubba Wallace coming down hard. Michael McDowell on his side. Rest on all 4s. Wow, that is... That's unbelievable. Huge accident.
Did I tell you, or did I tell you that Michael McDowell was going to cause the big one?
You did. McDowell causes the big one, and he's out. Who's leading the race now?
I think Cindric.
Cindric. Red flag.
2. It's been called as to 2.
So that's Cindric. Berry is second. Busch is third, but the red flag's out. Logano. We've got a list coming here as well, just through to us now.
Caution car, you'll have a lane to take him up high.
Logano, McDowell, Larson, Wallace, Haley, among those involved. Justin Haley's out of the race.
No!
And it was Haley who had a bigger one. Michael McDowell was on his roof at one point. Let's take a look at it again. So watch. Now, how did this happen? There's Cindric touching Larson, but it's Michael McDowell in the lead of this race. He cuts down low on Larson, blocks the air. Larson's going to tag him at some point. But where? There's Cindric. Does Cindric touch Yes, Cindric touches
Yeah.
the back. McDowell spins. Larson loses it. Logano punches in. Michael McDowell goes on his door, flies back, touches the back of Bowman. Bubba Wallace involved. The 12 of Blaney involved. Bubba Wallace comes down, collects the 20 of Bell. The 45 of Reddick's in there too. I would think at least another 18 cars involved. That was a spin right at the front and another big one at Daytona, and I think they've red flagged the race.
They have not. We're still under yellow. They've not called past pit road.
That's good then. Let's take a look at it from Logano's point of view. This is going to be scary. A face full of the 34. And Logano's out. But this puts Cindric in the lead with Berry second and Kyle Busch third. And Austin Dillon is up into 5th place. Austin Dillon might still have a chance of winning this one, guys. To overtime. They're not going to get this fixed in 8 laps.
Wow. We almost had something I'd never seen before, which is how that next-gen car hits the catch fence.
Yeah. I was worried for a second.
That's a bad push from Cindric. I'm putting that on him.
Yeah, he caused all that.
5 and 45 down into towards pit road.
Okay, so...
Clean up one.
Oh.
Yes, sir. A lot of small stuff on the apron if they can get that. Here's 10-4. I have clean up 4 and clean up 3 approach your location. I'll adjust the pieces on the apron.
A half flip. I don't count it as a flip. Oh my goodness.
That is a big, big
But
one.
McDowell got out all right.
Yeah, so Logano breaks, and then that puts Blaney right into the back of Logano, who charges Logano into McDowell. Was it also the flat to the banking which helped McDowell go half flip? Because his front wheels were on the flat and his rear wheels were on the banking, or the other way around. He hit the safer barrier just right to get him back on all 4 wheels and not put him into the cat suspension. And I think Bowman helped him not go into the cat suspension.
If it wasn't for that, he would have flown straight in there. And I've just had it confirmed who has been involved in this one. The 34, the 5, the 23, the 22, the 48, the 45, the 51, the 24, the 12, the 8, the 20, the 47, the 17, and the 33, all in turn 1. Wow. Second big one of the night here at Daytona. Wiping out the entire field almost. That is going to take some serious...
3 past 19.
Okay, so that puts us down to Martin Truex Jr. That's going to take some serious cleaning up. I'm surprised they haven't stopped it, to be fair, with 7 to go. There's Bubba Wallace heading back out on the track. Surely they're going to need to red flag this. We're not going to have enough time left. Oh, there's Michael McDowell's car. Don't tell me out, coach. I can still race. That's all I was thinking at that point.
I love that movie.
I did too. They've all gone to the medical centre, by the way. There's the 45 as well of Tyler Reddick, who was leading on points to Chase Elliott. Let's not forget about that, actually. About how it all changes over. Oh, it's such a mess. Such a mess. Let's go to NBC.
And what's new? This vehicle that we currently race is that green cable right there is connected to another flap underneath the car on the diffuser. It makes a tremendous amount of downforce going forward, but when it gets up in the air, it actually can act like a wing. So the right side flap, when it opens, it pulls a pin and releases the flap back on the diffuser. It all looks great, but how does it look when things go bad? Well, let's turn the air on in our wind tunnel and take a look at this. So we'll take our Toyota, we're going to spin it around, and as we spin it, you see all the flaps open, and you see that red light. That's kind of that high pressure, right? That is where high-speed air is hitting those flaps, and that is slowing that airspeed down. Remember, how does a wing work? The air over the top of the wing is faster than the air underneath, and it lifts up. Well, check this out right here. The 34 looks good. He's on the ground. It's the contact from the 22 right there. The flaps open like you would expect to keep it pinned on the ground. The concern is the additional contact. Watch this 22. Sends this car into the air. But right here, the roof flap is open. That's slowing the air down on the roof of this car just enough to change the momentum from up to down. And you have to wonder about that new right side window rail that goes down that whole right side A-post, making that roof flap even more efficient, a 15 to 20% improvement. It's impossible to know what it would be without it. What we can't say for sure is with it, the 34 car stayed on the ground and didn't get up, or didn't stay on the ground, but kept from going completely upside down.
And the important thing to add to that is that was an implementation in less than the last 7 days.
Pit road open next
after
time.
Corey
This will be a
LaJoie
quick yellow from
went
now on.
at Michigan.
Excellent.
So NASCAR acted swiftly.
There's a good look at that right rail, Lee. I'm sorry, but you see the one on the left and the one on the right. That's new. So this one over here on the right side is new. It used to only have one on the left. The combination of two, a big advantage. And when I talked to NASCAR, they said it's that long sideways slide that lets a car go up. If they spin quick, the kind of air doesn't have a chance to lift the car, but that long sideways slide, almost exactly like the 34 is doing.
And all of the crew chiefs, they took NASCAR's numbers, right, from the testing at the R&D Center. Now we have it for real of how that has impacted and helped the situation. At Richard Childress Racing and the Brez Tree number 3.
47 to the garage, DVP limitation.
Right. Positive because Austin Dillon is up into the top portion of this race in the 8. How about the 8, Dave, of Kyle Busch?
The garage,
Yeah, he was
DVP.
right in the middle of all that and somehow missed it. Randall, how'd he do it?
I don't know how he did it, but it worked out great. We've had a really good Cheddar Chevy Camaro all night long, so we're still here at the end of it, which is great. We'll see what happens here, see how those guys line up in front of us. I would assume we'll be on the second row. I would assume the 4 doesn't go with the 2 there, so we'll see what happens, and hopefully we'll be in victory lane after us.
And Austin is right there, too. Can you feel the teammate help coming?
Well, yeah, it's certainly nice to have, a teammate right behind you. I hope those two work together well, and we'll push forward in this. We've kind of been in this situation before last year where we both restarted on the front row and got worked over and didn't make it happen. So I know those two both got it on their mind to kind of overcome that and redo it a little bit. So hopefully we'll get these two hooked up and take these two Chevys to the front.
Remember, a win in the next 2 races, that's the only path to the playoffs for Kyle Busch.
Go when they get here. When they go when they get here. This will be the lot to
with a striking
choose.
distance of another win, a much-needed win to get into the playoffs. It's been a busy week. Earlier this week, the NASCAR appointed appeals panel ruled against Austin
Does
Dillon
that mean no
and his team
overtime?
for that penalty from
Oh, maybe.
Richmond. I talked to crew chief
Because they'll go with 3 to go.
No overtime. Brilliant.
But a necessary evil. It took
Do you want a
80%
list of
the time he
people
would have
with
been
little or
focused on
virtually no
Hang on.
to that wreck?
dedicated to that appeal. They'll do a final appeal on Monday. I asked him, what would it mean to win here tonight, knowing how good Austin is at drafting? And he said, tonight, a win would be a mic drop for this team after everything they've been through after the last couple of weeks.
It's a great way to put it. A mic drop moment. Could it happen for Austin Dillon? Let's join our Hall of Famers. Dale Jarrett, Jimmy Johnson. Guys, put the helmets back on. Put yourself in this situation. What are you expecting over these closing laps?
Jimmy, I can't imagine there's going to be much less pushing and shoving going on here in these last laps.
No, it's only going to, the intensity's only going to ramp up. If I'm sitting in the seat, did we put enough fuel in the car? Yeah. We know there's going to be another caution. So how many more cautions, how many more laps, and then which lane do you need to be in trying to create that opportunity going down the back straightaway?
Yeah, and when you look up here inside the top 10, you've got drivers that are looking to get that win to secure their spot in the playoffs. I mean, look at it. Josh Berry, Kyle Busch is there. Harrison Burton is there. Todd Gilliland.
Eric Jones.
Eric Jones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're going to get to him. He's done a great job.
Civic control car, inside lane.
I can barely hear, so I've turned them off because the cars are roaring by so much. So
Yeah.
Do
you
yeah,
want
Go on, quick.
a list of drivers with little or virtually no damage after that wreck?
Go.
Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Christopher Bell, Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland, William Byron, Harrison Burton, Austin Hill, Parker Retzlaff, Chase Briscoe, and Cody Ware. They all made it clean through that.
BJ McLeod make it through, or is he dead?
He's not on the list. Seth, I go.
3 laps
I'm gonna
then.
assume
Now, effectively, this is an overtime finish, but
75, 45, 23, 48 penalty.
Okay, so this is an overtime finish in regular time. It'll be green, but it'll be 3 to go. So we've got to get around twice, not just once. 3 laps to decide this race for the Coke Zero Sugar 400. I think we all know this will take a few overtimes. There is Ross Chastain.
Hey! I saw BJ McLeod, I was happy.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
quite
Oh, he
broken.
The
survived as well.
facelift is quite good, isn't it?
Pit road clear coming to the green.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. For one more time in this amazing race. Let's get ready to rumble.
Watch the start. The 2 on the inside should be first to go, not
Yeah.
the 4.
So watch Cindric. Watch Byron. Coming to the Geico restart zone. Is this the last one of the night? Cindric v Berry to the side. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 into the restart zone. Green flag. We're racing again in Daytona. Cindric gets a good restart. Berry's up high. Watch out for Kyle Busch. He's going to push Cindric on the low line. Busch really needs a race win. Watch out for Austin Dillon. He's 7th as well. Needs to get a playoff win after his win in Richmond was denied. It's Cindric leading the way. How he's got away with that without a penalty, by the way, for causing the big one, I do not know. But that's NASCAR for you. Penalise a small jump on a restart. Don't penalise an absolute cluster crash behind. Busch pushing. Berry getting a bit unsettled. Logano, he's right back in 31st position, but he's out of the race, isn't he, Logano? Yeah, he's
correct.
out, confirmed, yeah, good. That's what I've got told in my ears. 2 to go, guys, over the line. It's Berry v Cindric with Busch and Byron right behind. So this is going to be close. Into turn 1 and 2 once more. Cindric keeping it. Berry's in the mix. Bowman's up high. Keep an eye on that as they come through too. Into the backstretch once more. Contact a little bit. Kyle Busch. Berry's round.
Berry around.
And
he's flipped.
Berry's upside down. He's flipped and will hit the wall at awesome speed.
God.
Once, twice, 3,
That's
4,
horrible.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and comes to a stop.
Hits the wall. 1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
16 times he spins like a bottle top, and I really hope Josh Berry is okay, because that was a big one. Overtime coming in, but that was big. Upside down the backstretch, hits the wall, and that was huge, guys.
Is he okay?
Got to be concussed. 16 times upside down, spinning like a bottle top. That's a big one.
I'm putting the commentary on. Hold on.
Red flag. They've stopped the race. Red flag's out, so they'll come to pit road and they will let the AMR safety
They're
crew.
stopping at turn 1, Josh,
Yeah,
not pit
yeah.
road. Turn
Okay.
1 this time.
Yeah, command red has been given from the control stewards, so the race is stopped immediately. And
Withdraw the yellow, display the red, official word.
so the AMR safety crew will immediately get to work. The best here.
Team believes he's okay. The team believes he's all right.
We'll wait for official confirmation on that front as well.
No response from him on the radio, but usually when these guys flip, the radio just cuts off because of the antenna's kind of been destroyed because he's on his roof.
Yeah. So
And that's how I assume it works.
So the ambulances are on the scene. The red flag is out. The race is stopped. We will go into overtime, but that is academic right now. And the AMR safety crew will go to work on getting getting Josh Berry back up on all fours. And they will do this with awesome care to make sure that no injury is put to him. A flip upside down, skating into the barrier at the backstretch into turn 3. I'm hearing applause from the crowd. I'm not sure why. At this point, we're not going to speculate. We're going to go over to NBC. It might be on our break at the moment.
Josh Berry's in good hands with the AMR safety team here. They'll get that car right side up. And the desired result is to see what we have seen from Corey LaJoie last weekend and others. We want to see Josh Berry get out of that car and give us the thumbs up.
So they're just waiting now. They're carefully tipping the car back over very, very slowly to get him out okay. So we're just waiting for official news at the moment as they've restored the car to all four.
There we go. Now the AMR safety team content. And there's Josh. There
Thumbs
we go.
up.
There's the thumbs up.
Yes! Josh Berry is okay, ladies and gentlemen. He gets out of the car and gives the thumbs up immediately. And let's take a look at the replay then, guys, straight away, because this was a big one. There's contact coming. It's Cindric again who causes the crash. He gets a tap from behind. Berry flips over. Yeah. And it's this guy I don't like, because he's got no brakes, obviously. So he hits the concrete wall, and that's the safety barrier.
Oh, my God.
And flips. That's 1, 2... And now it gets confusing. 3, and then 4, 5, 6. I'm getting dizzy. 7, and then it comes 8, 9, 10, 11. What did I say it was like? 12.
You said 16 at the end.
Yeah, 13.
I counted 14.
Yeah, it comes to a stop at 14, yeah. That's
Yeah,
hard to
Dowell
tell.
is out
14
of the
on
care
the
centre.
replay.
Go on, Jack. Oh,
Dowell out of the care centre.
that's good for Dowell Wardship. Yeah, he's out of the race as well, actually. Who got involved in that?
Oh,
then?
McDowell.
The 4 and the 2 have been officially confirmed as part of causing that, but who else are out of the race? Because that was a big one elsewhere as well. So, third big
I think
one of them.
Josh
Right?
might be. I know Austin Hill's gone to the garage, by the way.
Ugh. Can I just point out, we were supposed to be done by now. Obviously, the universe doesn't want me to sleep.
Josh, we were never going to be done by 3:30, and you knew that.
Well, we got close. Just glad Josh Berry's okay. That was a scary crash. Okay, we're under a red flag. Let's hand it over.
Really strong. That's something this car is really good at. The older car, that roof would collapse. This car is much stronger. This is two weeks in a row, Steve, with cars in the air.
Yeah, a change was made. Obviously, more work to be done. At these speeds, the cars, here we go. This is on board with Barry.
Have a listen.
Scary, scary stuff. I don't like how it just hits JT.
That was happening back
It's
further
now
back, Dane Smith.
got to a point where there's so many cars that are out. I'm struggling to find onboards that are actually working on NASCAR
They're
Drive.
just wild.
Austin Hill's out.
And
Cindric's a
you
lap
know
down.
that it's a great chance you're going to be in a wreck. Jimmy Johnson called it. He said there's going to be another caution because he's been in them. I've been in them. Dale Jarrett's been in them. It's almost expected. You
Byron
almost are like, I
involved.
know I'm going to be in a
And
wreck.
Todd Gilliland and Eric Jones, who got on 2 wheels.
For 2 cars in particular at the
71
front.
as well.
One of them being the 8, the other the 21 of Harrison Burton. The path opened up. Watch this. And there's the Dex imaging machine of the Wood Brothers 21. So the 8 and the 21 got clear passage. Watch this. Straight through. Christopher Bell Also lucky, Todd Gilliland was not. Parker Retzlaff got through. He had an open passage.
He's in
as well
fourth.
after a tough night last night in the Xfinity race.
Parker Retzlaff, let's go.
So they just get an amazing result here in this Cup race.
You mentioned Corey LaJoie last week. This role is so
Engines
similar.
fired.
This is a little different because the 2 is still making contact to the 4, but almost the exact same, turn. It looks the same, right? Car turns left, slides for a bit. As I was saying, this car slides up. When it starts to slide sideways for a long time, that's when it's most susceptible. And obviously, even with the
Withdraw the red,
updates,
display the yellow.
more work to be done as the 4 lifts off.
Look at how the noses collapsed. It was a massive frontal impact.
So massive. Such a great work by the safety team, flipping that car over. Had to feel like forever, sitting there upside down, but then Josh getting out instantly, giving us that thumbs up we'd all been hoping for.
All right, drivers have been told to fire the engines.
Restart. Not bad. Check it with ABC.
Sugar 400 off.
That last caution, remember Brad Keselowski was racing for the lead.
Yes.
Got penalized.
Served the penalty.
Served the penalty. Got the free pass, and here he is sitting in 6th place.
There's the extent of the damage to Josh Berry's Ford.
Look at the roof.
Yep.
Look at the
Something
integrity
tells
of
me
the
that's
roof.
going
like
to the
that,
R&D
That is a
centre
great sign. The car flipping is bad, but this part of it,
for inspection.
that is good. This car is such stronger race car in that type of wreck.
And for the second time in a week, we get to see that. Very similar, right?
Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. While the night ended in a rather unfortunate way for Josh Berry, we will remember the run that he had.
Oh,
and trying to
Byron's
get the
out.
Daytona sweep. William Byron had an amazing
wow.
run going. But he too was one of those 14-odd cars.
No one.
This car hit a ton.
Oh,
Hit
relevant.
the back straightaway. It got hooked and hung a right, and it had a
Reddick
massive
behind the wall.
impact.
Who?
Reddick.
Yeah, he was commanded to go behind the wall because he entered
So while all of that was
the
going
pit
on,
road under red flag
take you
when
back
you were
to a
meant to stop
moment
at
in
turn
time
1, not in pit road.
when
Oh, so he was
Parker
parked,
Kligerman
basically.
caught up
Yes.
with Joey Logano.
Unlucky.
And due to other issues as well. Pit
Road
road opening next
Center.
time.
Joey, you actually had Michael come across your nose there in that incident down in turn 1. What happened from what you could see?
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly how it started. I'm assuming he got pushed into the corner and it just came across right in front of me, and just nothing you can do. It's the end of a speedway race, and you try to position yourself the best place you can, but the wreck always starts in the lead, and you just saw another one there with Josh Berry, which I hope he's okay. I think he's okay. But got to figure out how to keep the cars on the ground. We're not doing too good at that part, so hopefully we can figure out.
Give him wings.
Overall, proud of the effort of Team Penske here today. I think our teamwork was incredible. Our cars were really, really fast. Unfortunately, all 3 of them are tore up at this point. It's just speedway racing. You can bring the heat and do the best you can, and you still get caught up and stuff. So that part's frustrating, but overall, a stage win, that's good, and almost a second stage win there in the first stage. So proud of the effort, proud of the speed. Just here I am again at the Invocation Center.
And again, that was a little...
Excellent. Thank you very much. So we're coming to the green flag soon. We're into the choose. Who's going to win then, guys? I've got no clue.
Let me have a think. I know Carson Hocevar. I would have picked Carson Hocevar, but he's been absolutely terrible today. So I am going to go with... I'm going to go with someone who's currently, I think, in 6th place. And that is Ty Gibbs.
Oh, I was going to thought you could say John Hunt Nemechek of the graphics, but yeah.
No, he's going to spin himself out again, just watch.
Oh, they always like to be
Ty
spinning.
Gibbs, I believe, is in 8th.
Really?
That's what's on my line. We'll see what happens next time. Loud.
Okay.
Ooh.
You're going to have to be very...
It'll be 1 to go in the get here. 1 to go in the get.
And all the things you got to do to win one of these, okay? Yep, copy. We'll make it happen.
He's put himself in position.
So, JT, who do you think?
I don't know, because
Kyle Busch leads, by the way.
I'm looking at it, and we've got 22 cars. So 21 on the lead lap.
Red flag again.
No, we're still yellow.
Yeah, but look
We
at the
are
look
on
at the look at
one
the,
to go.
Look at the timing. Let's come back to red flag.
Is it? What, on laps of
Laning
rundown?
out at the Keston to 2.
Okay, that's good news. Right, here we go then. Busch, which way is he going on the choose rule? It's coming. It's coming.
I can't watch this race start.
It's overtime, so it's green, white, checkered, peeps. Low line for Busch. Burton high. Bell low. Parker Retzlaff high.
Tracker's ready, sir.
Free pass, 5.
Larson.
I can't watch this restart. I'm with you on this one, Jack.
Oh, here's Barry.
First of all, are you okay? And what a scary ride that was down the backstretch.
Yeah, I'm all good. Actually, probably wasn't as bad
We're
as it
going to
looked,
green!
But, man, I'm bummed because we had a hell of a night going. Just such a great job by Rodney and this whole 4-team car was so strong. I mean, we were in position. Man, I'm really proud of the job I did tonight. Really proud of the job the whole team did, man, because we were in contention, and you know that could have been our day, but didn't work out. Just want to thank everybody at Stewart-Haas Racing and Ford and NASCAR for building safe race cars. Eero for coming on board tonight. Man, it's disappointing, but whether we'd have won or flipped, we're going to go to work Monday and try to win next week.
What a great sight being able to talk to Josh, guys.
Yeah, Josh Berry back in as well. Come on then. Can we just go back to green flag running now? Come on. Come on. Come on. We want the end. We all want to go to bed. It's 4 a.m. I only get 3 hours of sleep.
Red flag, 6 minutes, 51 seconds. Pit road clear, coming to the green.
Shorter
8
than-
control car inside.
Shorter than last year's red flag, which was out for 9 minutes and 28 seconds during this one. So, green, white, checker. Come on.
Be another wreck, everyone. Just watch.
Busch, Burton, Bell, Retzlaff, Cody Ware in 5th. Overtime finish.
He win.
To the Coke 0400. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're overtiming, boys. Busch leads away. Toe from Bell. Burton in there too on the high line. Can we get to 1 to go and take the white flag? Busch nerfs out Burton. Bell takes second. Kyle Busch really wants this one, and he's getting loose on the low line. Look at Cody Ware. Cody Ware's coming up. Parker Retzlaff's on the high line. This is unbelievable. Kyle Busch could get his way into the playoffs. Burton takes second. Bell in third. Retzlaff is coming through into turns 3 and 4. White flag is out. The next flag will end the race. Here are the Coke Zero Sugar 400. It's 3 wides. We come over the line. White flag. Kyle Busch leads. Burton in second position. Bell now takes the low line. Takes second place back. Kyle Busch has a clear advantage at the front. It's 3 wide further back. John Hunter Nemechek's coming through. Burton is getting a toe round the outside. Harrison Burton is in trouble with Busch. Busch gets a tag from the back of Bell. The 62 is pushing Burton to the lead. Kyle Busch has had the season of discontent, but it's going to not be solved today. Harrison Burton is coming on a turn 4 with Kyle Busch all over. Burton goes down low. There's a crash of the line, but it's Harrison Burton who races his way into the playoffs and gets his first ever Cup Series win. It is when Harrison Burton wins at Daytona. And his father calling it. You can't ask for better. Wow! Michael Waltrip said it's a television dream come true. Harrison Burton wins the Coke Zero Sugar 400 and races his way into the playoffs.
Your wife.
Race control finish under review.
Look at
what a magical moment.
Look at the box.
It's the Wood Brothers 100th win.
That's it.
It's Harrison Burton's first in Cup.
The boy done good.
And he's going to the playoffs. What a drive.
The
What
boy
a
done
push.
good. Let's hear
Found
from
a way. The
NBC.
momentum wasn't there on lap 1. He found it. He forced help. Such a great job.
What's his dad say? He's crying. Fireworks off here at Daytona.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
Go on, Jack.
I'm not celebrating yet.
Why?
I think there is a chance that he went below that yellow line, and if he went below the
There's
yellow
time
line,
for a
blocked,
interview and go on to victory lane.
21 confirmed.
Burton is the winner.
2020 is the winner.
Harrison Burton. Donuts. His first ever Cup Series win. He'll go to the playoffs. And his father in the NBC booth can't believe it. I'm going to hand you back to NBC to hear it.
Behind the block, you may be black flagged. There's contact with the rear bumper of the 8. NASCAR's decision is going to have to be, was there contact riding along with the 8? Let's watch this contact right here and see. Hard contact in the left rear steers the 21 below. I believe it's contact from the 8 that forces it, Lee. Jeff, word in from NASCAR. It's confirmed Harrison
Jeff Burton is in the box.
winner of the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Jeff Burton,
He's
Ward
crying.
Burton, Harrison Burton in the history books here at the World Center of Racing.
Fantastic. This is history.
It's amazing. You know this, Steve. How hard it is to do this. And it's just, it takes so much. And, you know, he's lost his ride next year, and he knows that. He's out there still working. And by the way, the team hasn't quit on him either. And that is what this sport is about. Even when things are down, teamwork matters, and you cannot quit.
And the legend of the Wood Brothers only grows bigger by notching up its 100th win at Daytona International Speedway. All right, you need to call your boy. Get him on the line.
Oh my God.
Harrison, it's
No way.
Dad, what's up?
Yo! That was awesome. Holy shit. Let's go.
Can't believe it.
Congratulations, bud.
Thank you. Thanks for everything. Woo!
Can this season get any crazier? How about that?
Yes. Listen to that. Harrison Burton wins.
Get out of here, Jeff. Go be with your son and Kim
I'm gonna go clean
and celebrate. What a beautiful night.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, good job, buddy.
Let's go, man. Good job, buddy. Ready.
Jeff is now
I
running.
think it
to the
says
box.
a lot about the young man when he will not be in the 21 car next year, that this entire team comes out to congratulate him. Mom Kim just behind us with tears in her eyes. Not only the 100th win for the Wood Brothers, #1 for you, Harrison Burton. Welcome to the playoffs. For you personally, what does this mean?
I don't know. I cried the whole victory lap. I obviously got fired from this job, and I wanted to do everything for the Wood Brothers that I could. They've given me an amazing opportunity in life, and to get them 100 on my way out is amazing. We're in the playoffs now. Let's go to Darlington and see what happens.
So I want to talk to you about this team who could have easily given up once the ride changed and they knew Josh Berry was getting in this car, but they never gave up on you. What was the point of how they were able to rally around you?
It's amazing. It's been the hardest 3 years of my life. Obviously, the hardest 3 years for some of these guys' lives. And to win the way that we just did, to beat the best in the business, Kyle Busch, across the line, it's pretty fantastic. So I made a bet with Jeremy, my crew chief, that if we won, we're staying here and driving home. So we'll be at a bar somewhere. Come find us, and we're going to celebrate this one.
Who are we going to have to calm down more, your mom or your dad?
My mom. My dad was pretty calm on the radio. My fiance Jenna and my mom are both crying. And all those people have been with me in the worst days of my life and the best days. And good to get Dex Imaging and Victory Lane and get them another best day.
It is a terrific day for the Wood brothers, but Lee, I think you said it best. What a night for the Burton family. Harrison Burton now in the playoffs for the win at Daytona.
Absolutely fantastic. The family will love it. Oh, can't believe it. Let's hear from the NBC one more time before we wrap up here.
And at a moment where Harrison Burton was uncertain about the future, there's one thing he is definite about. He's a NASCAR Cup Series winner. He's won on the biggest stage here at Daytona, and you'll see him race in the Cup Series playoffs. Two famous racing family names, the Wood brothers and the Burton family.
Absolutely fantastic. What a race here at Daytona. It has always delivered. Right, let's get closing thoughts then. Jack, starting with you. What do you make of that one?
It's very rare as you see Jeff Burton celebrating in the commentary booth. I have no words to describe what I have just seen. Wood brothers have won for the first time since 2016, I think.
Yeah.
Was it? No, it's 2017. 2017, I want to say it was, actually. Unbelievable stuff. Harrison Burton is a Cup Series winner, and with that, he is locked into the playoffs.
You just wouldn't expect it, would you? What about you, JT?
No.
I have no idea what to say. We've had we've had two cars, one car half flip, one car properly flipping in a big way. So we've had two flipping cars. We've had at least way more than 3 cars on 2 wheels in this race, but not flipping over. And it needs to be looked at, I think. They took the 7 car to the R&D inspection place, so I'm guessing they'll take this one there as well.
Yeah.
To have a look at it, and we'll see if any changes get added to this one. And well, that's what you're hoping for. More fists. I'm just seeing on the advert that I've got here.
Yeah. Well,
being thrown. But going into next week, and that, if that was the regular season final this year, that would have been iconic.
I really wish it was, but we got Darlington next week, and that should be even more better. Just a nice kickback with a lot on the line. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Josh T, for your company here at 4 a.m. here in the UK. What a race. One of the best of the year.
Pleasure.
Daytona always delivers. Thank you, guys. Go get a couple of hours sleep. We'll be back in about 3.5 hours' time. No, actually 3 hours, 15 minutes' time. Megan and Jess will be on the call for F1 Academy. I'm going to come in, press a button, and go back to bed. I need as much sleep as I possibly can. I will see you all later. Take care, everyone. Good night to you all. It's Harrison Burton, winner at the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Kyle Busch, 47 thousandths of a second away from a playoff. We just can't write it. Darlington, all to play for. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.